the front of the church.
Okay, yeah,
We came out the church office.
You are, yeah, I think you're in the right place.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just
What's
making
up? What's
sure.
up? What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Good to see you. You as well. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
What's up, sir? What's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. That's right.
I got a little stretch now.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
We haven't interviewed in so long.
I know, bro.
Rules on the first.
Hey, yo.
What's up, Trey?
Hey, listen out for Chris. Put your phone on
Y'all lock me out again.
Yeah, just unlock it.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright. We should be good. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, yo. Cut the music. Hey, yo, I interrupt your daily scheduled broadcast to let you know you're in the field with the Trackstarz. This is one of the loudest hip-hop radio shows on the face of the planet.
Yeah, it's about that time, you already know. Turn the speakers up, man, it's time to start the show. Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, DJ Jeremiah. We bringing the heat, man, this joint be fire like, bruh. We in the field, bruh. We in the field, just put it in work, we raising the bar. Tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this episode is sponsored by RMG. RMG presents Cannon's Home exclusive album release party going down December 16th, man. You want to be there. Smith's Old Bar, 1578 Piedmont Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia. Hosted by our very own Sean Tanner.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What? You win the Modesty Award for the year.
No,
Every year.
You just mentioned that. I just remembered they hosted the last concert, so I got a lot to live up to.
Listen, Sean will not tell you when he has a show, right? He'll be on tour in Florida, and you'll be like, wait a minute. Am I looking at something on Facebook Live where he's in Florida? He won't tell you when he's got a spoken word event. He won't tell you when he's producing a video. He won't tell you anything. He's the most modest dude. So shout out to you, homie.
Yeah.
So last week we were actually out of the studio. We were at one of our new partners. We were at Dash Atlanta.
Yep.
And that's by way of GH3 Radio. And speaking of GH3, man, we made it to the final ballot for the Stellars.
Yeah.
So shout out to GH3. They've invited us to come along and be a part of this campaign. So we're pushing that. So if you are the Trackstarz universe and you got an email, the link inside the email, go to the bottom, because the one at the top is a kind of like one of the interchanging, where every time you refresh the page, the URL changes. So if you save that URL and you put it in a link, it's not going to work the next time. So make sure you go to thestellarsawards.com, right? And click on the radio ballot, and then that's how you can vote. And then also shout out to the homie MC Nice. He's in several categories, so you can vote for him too when you click on the Stellar's ballot at the top of the radio button.
Yeah. Man, we got Eminem Radio in the building with us. How you ladies doing?
Fellas and ladies.
Introduce yourselves for everybody.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Misa.
My name is Mia.
We also go by Eminem, and we're from Eminem Live Radio.
Yes, sir.
Oh, y'all practice that.
We have been practicing that bad boy for about 6 years.
As long as we've been doing this, man.
We can do it in 7 different languages. Don't ask us.
Wow,
We've been doing
that's
it for a long
awesome.
time.
That's awesome. So how you guys been?
Listen, man, we're adjusting to this weather.
I will
Okay.
say that. That's
Okay.
one thing. But I mean, we've been good. We've been good, just working, getting ready for the new year.
Okay. What's big in 2019 we can look forward to?
Man, okay, so we have the visual podcast. First off, we launched M&M Live Radio on podcasting platforms in the summer of this year.
Yes.
Summer of this year. So that was like a huge leap for us.
Okay.
So of course we're trying to like go to a more visual aspect when it comes to the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the major things. We got some events coming up. We're doing a lot of speaking engagements, so you can catch your girls. We traveling.
Okay.
Man, we just trying.
We're trying to get the mileage
We're
up.
trying to get our rest for the rest of 2018. Because we know 2019 is going to be just like go, go, go. So we're just trying to prepare.
Yes. Now, speaking of the radio show, how are things going there?
Things are going great. I will say with us just start doing the podcast in June, like Misa was saying, in the summer, it's been a bigger, broader spectrum for us, you know, being able to see who's tuning in from where, because, you know, sometimes when you're doing, you know, either a podcasting or radio, you just see everyone here, you know, you got a couple of friends, your grandma, somebody else tuning in, but to see, like, you know, people who are, you know, tuning in every single week faithfully, it's been a real, you know, eye-opener for us, even broadening our horizons for like what we want to do and things like that. So it's been really good.
Give them a taste of like, what is your show about? What do you guys talk about? What is the feel?
Honestly, for M&M Live Radio, we're the #1 teen young adult radio show in the nation for inspiration. We're an hour format show. We do music and talk, so we're all positive music. It's all basically a positive platform. So whether it's, you know, talking about things that are going on currently in today's world, whether it's pop culture, politics, whatever it may be, but then also bringing like positive music to the forefront as well. So it's a great platform for people who love music but also want to hear positive conversations. We have a lot of fun doing it. We've been doing it for about 5 years now.
Yeah, it's just kind of like growing up. It just seemed like, you know, there was just so much negativity that was pumped through our system, you know, whether it was pop culture, the radio, social media. We wanted to bring something fresh, something positive, new to the media. So we kind of felt like, you know, if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? So we just kind of like step up to the plate and do something different.
That's
cool. Give me an example of a topic you guys have covered recently.
The latest one we actually did, the last show was about Cardi B and Offset.
Okay.
It was about, you know, how they're approaching divorce. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people. Yes, that's the thing. Like a lot of us were rooting for them.
And another thing is that everybody glorified their relationship.
Wait, you said you did?
I wasn't rooting for them.
Are you serious?
I didn't even know.
I knew for their marriage.
No. I knew they got married. I knew that she was talking about she wanted him to propose, and I was like, well, she's on TV saying that she wants him to propose. Yeah, but she had to ask him or put it out on the spotlight. I thought that
they were already married when she was saying that.
It was like secret, like they didn't do like a big thing, but everyone glorified their relationship so much. Okay. So when Cardi announced that they were getting divorced, everyone was in shock. So therefore, we were asking the question: are you disappointed, or did you see this coming? Because I saw a lot of different opinions on social media, so we kind of wanted to get our listeners' opinions on the whole situation. We had a really good conversation with the people. Saying how has our generation lessened the value of marriage today? Does it still carry the same way as like, you know, our parents, you know, people behind us do? So it was a really good conversation. So like current topics like that, just honestly anything that's going on, whatever's on our mind, just kind of just like it's really free for us when we talk on M&M Live Radio.
Yeah. Okay. Now you guys are women in radio.
Yes.
You guys face any challenges in that department? Do you guys get any pushback or anything?
Yeah. Like a lot of times, I mean, we always hear that radio is such a male-driven industry. So a lot of times we won't get, you know, the first dibs when it comes to like hosting gigs or certain things like that. You know, by a lot of guys being in the industry, just kind of seem as if, you know, they automatically expect for a male to be filling the role, you know. So we hear that a lot, especially when it comes to like the older radio heads in the industry.
That wasn't how it was for us coming from Radio 1. We had Ramona DeBro, we had Eminem, our Marsha Meadows. We had women that were in high platforms at Radio 1. So it's interesting to hear you say that.
Really?
Because we grew up around women that were like killing it in radio.
Yeah.
But the percentage is still low though. I mean,
it is. It's super low.
Even like a Yolanda Adams, like the tier is up there. Like the respect level is definitely there.
Yeah. Like even when we listen to other MCs like Maria Moore on, you know, Magic, and Yolanda Adams when she was on, Darlene McCoy,
Erica Campbell now, I guess that she's on.
Yeah. Like we really look up to those women.
Yeah,
you know,
they were all our coworkers. All our coworkers at one time. Yeah,
that's dope. So give me an idea of what you guys see. Like, where are you trying to get to? Paint a picture for everybody so we can pray for it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so when it comes to M&M Live Radio is an entity of M&M Enterprise Productions, which is our which is what Misa and I have come our business. So M&M Live Radio, when it comes to M&M Live Radio, our goal is to be able to give a platform of, you know, just like positivity, of course, like I said, with the music and you know, like the conversation. But when it comes, but from both sides of an artist and also as a listener, from an artist standpoint, we've always seen so many talented artists. I mean, even with them being established, like you got like Lecrae, Indie Mineo, one of our G artists like that. But even like artists that aren't as like, you know, as I guess developed as them, but yet they're so talented and so dope. Independent artists. So therefore, we want to give a platform for, you know, artists who are as well established that people haven't heard of, and people, those artists that aren't as like are independent, that don't have that platform that people aren't giving them right away. And from a listener standpoint, we want to be able to give that. Okay, so you don't want to listen to, I guess, whatever I guess else is being pushed out through your airwaves, your smartphone, social media, or whatever. So therefore, you have people like us who want to be able to give you that, you know, that conversation that you can play out loud in front of, you know, like whoever is like sitting around. So, but also when it comes to M&M Enterprise Productions, we just want to be able to give like just a platform of positivity. Like Misa and I, we want to be able to do like events, you know, festivals, concerts, things like that. Be able to just push like a big media positivity blast, just like out to like the world through radio, through television, through whatever it may be. So we have a lot of big goals for what we want to do, and we just really want to make a big impact on the world through like any and everything that we're doing, from M&M Live Radio to anything else we have coming.
And even besides music, Mia and I, we write a lot. We've been writing plays, like stage plays, a whole lot of skits and stuff that you can also look forward in 2019. But you know, besides from radio and music, we also want to get into the television aspect. You know, producing, directing, creating. You know, like that's always been our first level.
So like we said, just all forms of media. We just want to be able to just like push like positivity through all of that. Just like, you know, through anyone, through all walks of life, whether you're 5 years old or you 105, like whatever it is. We just want to be able to push that.
So listen, when you get that sit down with Tyler Perry, tell him we want to interview.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We're like, man, you got to get in the field with the Trackstarz. That's what you need to be. That's what you got to go after this place.
Right.
Exactly. What's interesting, you guys are doing exactly what we're trying to do.
Really?
So I want to compare notes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
What are some of the challenges to getting to where, or have y'all faced any? Seems like you guys are doing really well. Do you see any barriers to success when it comes to trying to get positive music into an entertainment industry that may not necessarily want it? How are you going to accomplish that? Because I could tell you some stories that we faced. Is there any challenges you faced so far?
When it comes to pushing out the music?
Positive Christian music, you know, kind of like our space. A lot of people don't want it.
I think what the thing is that like when we tell people like even that it's Christian, people automatically get like turned off to it. They think it's like corny. So sometimes I don't even say it at first. I'm like, just listen to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they go, oh yeah, this is dope. Or like, who is this? And it's like, oh, this is Lecrae or whoever else it may be. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I think the main problem is that people already have these preconceived notions that it's whack, it's corny, they don't take it seriously. But then like when you hear it, it's actually good. So I think it's honestly getting it into people's earphones and like kind of breaking off that judgment that they already kind of formed in their heads.
I agree.
So it seems like you guys are able to kind of escape the Christian hip-hop bubble and do things outside of the world. How are you doing that? Because a lot of people are inside the CHH bubble and they do CHH stuff all the time, but it seems like what you guys have developed can go anywhere regardless of if it's Christian or not, because you're basically saying you're pushing positivity, and it's hard to turn that down, you know what I mean? So how were you able to escape I don't want to say it like it's negative. How are you able to escape the bubble? You see what I'm saying? And based on you don't even seem like this is an issue for you guys, which is amazing.
I don't think it's ever really been an issue for us. Honestly, that's a really interesting question that you even asked.
I think, okay, to piggyback off you a little bit, I think we kind of had to adopt the same idea that Lecrae, or Reach Records, I should say, had initially started off with dropping the Christian.
Okay.
Because at first we were like the #1 gospel radio show, teen young adult radio show, and I feel like that was just so much, you know, like stuffing it down so many people's throats. If we wanted to be Christian and like show that, we can show you that in our lifestyle. We can show you that on our posts. You can see that when you meet
God plays a
Eminem Live
big
Radio.
part in our lives. Like that's just going to be a given.
Right. So like going to other events like A3C, meeting other people, meeting other artists and whatnot, kind of like mixing and mingling, networking and whatnot in other events. That's not necessarily CHH.
Yeah.
That was kind of like our way of getting our foot in the door with doing other things or introducing new artists when it comes to like what we do in our platform.
And those outside Christian spaces, are they receptive to you guys?
Yeah, surprisingly, because honestly, like I said, with the whole like Christian aspect, I think they're afraid that we're gonna like push the Bible in their faces or whatever it is. But surprisingly, it hasn't been. We were able to do events with like movie premieres with DC Young Fly and like Emmanuel Hudson.
Yeah.
Just like what is her name? The producer for that
Terry
movie.
J. Vaughn.
Terry J. Vaughn and people like that. So it's been it's been really cool being able to broaden our horizons and with this still even being really accepting, because sometimes you get fearful of that. They're the church girls of everybody walking in, but it hasn't been like that thing. But honestly, I feel like sooner or later it might get to that point. Everything's not going to be super easy, but I mean, we're just going to be who we are, man, and just kind of just like be the Eminem like we've always been, just pushing what we do and just like not being sorry about that.
No, I see it. I mean, I'm proud of you guys. Like, it doesn't seem like you have the fear that some other people have in those spaces, and I think you guys are built for it.
But I'm telling you, one thing I have to say, Sean, is the fact that we have a good team.
Yeah.
I have to shout out our team, only because it's like, we really have people that really influence us in a positive way. We stay prayed up.
Yeah.
We really try to make sure that, before we get out the car to do any type of event, even before we even walked up in the studio, we made sure we at least said a prayer. Everybody's hearts, minds are in the same place and whatnot. Because, I mean, that's what people's gonna, they're gonna relate to. They're gonna relate to people like that. And, they really keep us grounded.
That's dope.
They really keep us grounded.
So who's on this team?
So listen, man, the team is tight. That's one thing I would say. So the team is Misa and I, of course. Our mom, who's also our manager and executive producer for the show. I mean, listen, we trust moms. Like she's gonna make sure everything is straight. She always has our best interests at heart. She's the first person we ever told the idea about Eminem Live Radio about. And even the fact of like, I'm not in school. Misa didn't go to school, and the fact that like for us to be doing what we're doing, and people kind of look down on us, the fact that we didn't go to school and we're doing what we're doing. But the fact that she was so supportive of what we wanted to do and like kind of been riding the wheels with us ever since has just been amazing. So she's on the team, and then also Misa's husband is also a part of the team as well. He's our photographer, videographer, project manager. We just call him the go-to guy because it seems like anything. His name is Chemo Jones. Shout out to Chemo. It seems like everything. If we need anything, Chemo's like, I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. And he made our website and all those types. Like literally anything we can need, we can rely on him. So like it's just us four. We have meetings. Like you would think we got a full board meeting. We in the kitchen, like it's just like that. But we try to. We're super effective and we move as one. That's one thing I just love about us, and we're super tight. So yes, that is the Eminem Live Radio team. If you see us, that's what it is.
That's dope. Okay, that's great. So a lot of creatives, a lot of artists listen to our show, right? And a lot of them are trying to figure out, okay, how do I take my little Christian self and make an impact and make a living out in the world? How, business-wise, how are you able to, as a media company, a lot of it is based off of somebody needs to book you or you need to get ads or whatever. How do you succeed doing it that way? Because a lot of people, it's either I need to go work in corporate America and use that money for my dream, or I need to figure out how to make money in a popularity-based business. How are you guys figuring that part of it out?
Okay, well, I feel like first things first, if you have a 9-to-5, use that money to fund the dream.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because, I mean, we've done it too many times, working at Chick-fil-A, working at little jobs here and there and whatnot. If you have to do something to fund your dream, do that. And do not look down on yourself for doing it. I feel like next, utilize social media. That's like the biggest platform I feel like you can ever use to like promote your personality, sell your content, whatever it is, and consistency is key.
And not to cut you off, but the biggest thing we've learned was invest in yourself.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest thing that we've been on. Like we've been putting money into other companies to try to help us get to where we are when we're building more of them than what we're building ourselves. So that was a big thing we had to even do was to like cut everyone else off and just put into our own equipment, put into into what we need to do and start making sure we're straight. But because when we invest in ourselves, that's when you start to thrive. Other people can start seeing that. So I think even with artists, that helps as well. Invest in your own equipment or your own branding, or helping if you need a team or if you need a manager, someone PR, invest in yourself first. I mean, I think that would help you skyrocket, or at least help you get to the next level where you need to be.
Yeah, and then make connections.
I feel like we're looking in a mirror. It's crazy.
Yes.
For real.
They sound just like us.
Yes.
You guys sound just like us.
So, I definitely. So I went to school for radio.
Okay.
I interned at 107.9. Sean did as well. And so many people there. Just about everybody in the building had not gone to school. Right?
Really?
And so I was going to school for radio production and business administration. And had I been able to see the route that I was going to take with Trackstarz, I probably would have majored in something different, but still continue to do radio. So I like what you guys are doing, and I think that anybody who kind of shuns you all, I mean, I think talent is natural, born talent.
Right.
And I don't think that you have to have book smarts in order to disperse that.
Okay.
Right? So I think college is a discipline. That's the only thing I learned from it.
Yeah.
It's a discipline. It says to a company that I go for 4 years to a place, right? I do my work. I'm accountable to that. And I can be accountable in your office too. That's all it says to me.
Oh, wow.
And so it is a good source of, I guess, elevating yourself in corporate America. But there's so much knowledge in books and YouTube and places like that. We've learned so much just by challenging each other. I mean, so I really love what you guys are doing. Question, do you all do any type of crowd fund sourcing, like crowd fundraising? You all do like the GoFundMe's or
no, not lately. We haven't.
Okay, okay, interesting.
That's good. I mean,
I'm interested. Why'd you ask?
Well, because when you talk about investing in yourself, you can also have other people who believe in your vision invest in you. If you're not a nonprofit, if you're a nonprofit, then great. But if you're not a nonprofit, then there's great opportunity. So like when we announced that we were going to BET Awards to do press, all of our team was like, we started sending out, and people were like, yo, look, let's put this here. And they were able to, we were able to raise funds for like 7 of our team members to fly out to LA. So,
that's dope.
That is really dope.
But
and I've heard of Patron too.
Yeah, the Trackstarz universe was like all about supporting us and seeing us grow and develop. So I was just wondering if you all had tapped into that yet, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want to see you grow.
Yeah, we never thought of that. So that's definitely something for us to even think about. That's a great idea.
So we write some stuff down in our notes.
Right.
Oh yeah, because I definitely want to talk to you more because there's just some stuff. And honestly, this is just my honest opinion. I think, when did y'all start doing this?
2013 in September.
I think y'all are gonna be way past us in a couple months. So I'm trying to give you as much advice as I can before we need advice.
Listen, y'all are the best. Y'all really the best, really.
I really mean that. Like you guys. Because
honestly, we've even learned from watching y'all. Like seeing how like y'all have everything together, y'all set up when y'all's chemistry and synergy and all of that. So that means a lot coming from you guys too.
I literally mean this. Like, we've been doing this for 12 years. So in the time that we've done this, I've seen you guys do twice as fast.
Yeah, come on the scene.
Like literally, like So I really believe, like in a short amount of time, you guys are going to be out of here. So I'm really rooting for you guys.
Oh yeah,
I'm really
appreciate that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Man, y'all the best.
All right, so we got a lot of topics coming up, so we want to get y'all opinion on it.
Dope.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah.
Do you know that we are a full-fledged media company and we're here for people like you? We can do mixing, we can do mastering of your song, we can get you an album cover, design your website, do your music video. Yeah, we do all of that stuff. So send us your information right now. Contact us at trackstarz.com and let us help you get out there. Let's go.
This is that brand new music.
Yeah, hey, I've been taking risks. See them how they play, got me shooting with the wrist. Made my own lane and I pull up like Swish. Y'all hate how I win, y'all can get a load of this. Swish like bam, 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 AM to PM to PM to early morning, I'm petty. Forget the party, no one ain't confetti. Not heavy, big grip that taught me already. Gotta get up to come down when I'm up to throw down when I'm up in your town. I gotta hand you waves. I gotta make some shake. I gotta run my race. Take your place, hit the jumper. 3 points shooter, the shot is all I got. We want the rings, but we came from nothing. But I ain't gotta work alone. The fight is fought within the team. Then we hit the lockers. Shout with the grace of God. I'm dripping, pulling all over my colors. Defending what God got us. I pray for haters and even pray for my bloggers. Yeah, I've been taking risks. See them how they play. Got me shooting with the wrist. Made my own lane and I pull a light switch. Y'all hate how I win. Y'all can get a load of this. Switch like bam, 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 bam. Oh Lord, hallelujah. Try and pull a whole generation out the sewer. I saw the Holy Land and got a new influence. I came home and still feel like a tourist bound. What you finna do when all your plans go bound? Whipping with the blessings in my hand like bam. Did we finna lose? You don't know who I am. Okay, let me just explain it. Contemplate, mountains move when I isolate. The go-to chases is to compensate, cause the king is in you, you can't relate. I realize the world is asleep over Xanax. My movement is minor, but larger than planets. Determined that everyone off in the annex. Finally we'll realize that we got advantage. I've been taking risks. See them how they play. Got me shooting with the wrist. Made my own lane and I pull a light switch. Y'all hate how I win. Y'all can get a load of this. Switch like bam, 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 bam.
Yo, this is Maddie Ray, and you're in the field with the Trackstarz.
This is that
Brand new
music.
Riding through the city like I hold the keys. You feeling privy, you ain't know it's me. Look, I just touched down, can't get hold of G. Yeah, we got shows to do, Sophie gotta eat, no hesitation. In and out the Radisson like I got no reservations. Thank God there's somewhere to lay it. I remember sleepless nights in my big anti-basement, dreaming all about this life, that's a big understatement. I mean, look, it's the only dream, then I found my purpose. Walking in it, ain't no monkey business every time I surface. Don't want models twerking, know that bottle service. Good and faithful servant when he call it curtains. Was all but nervous, big things, they were all observant. Big dreams, I was 16 with a couple verses. Now I'm standing here, I can fill it up. 2 hands in the sky when I give it up.
Who told you you can live your life as a pilgrim? Nah. She told me I'ma be alright, it's a real one. Yeah, cause only real ones here by my side. They gon' pray for my soul in the night. I was told one day we gon' be just fine, can you feel it? In these London nights.
Riding through the city like I know the king. Show the ring if a shorty try to show his schemes. Young S with the naughty was my older thing. Now I'm blessed with a godly love Jehovah Queen. I'm going in, tailor-made, go sold it in. Days we pray, no more lazy days, we custodians. Walk by faith and it's safe to say we were born to win. And if we fall on our faces, it's time to go again. London nights, got me scheming and dreaming. Interceding for people, God give me a reason. Cause we lean into evil, God give us your eating. Cause we pray and we need you, Lord, this is the season. If you feed us, what guarantees we won't leave with it grievous. Pledge allegiance to evil leaders, deceiving with treason. Man, but as I'm standing here, you can fill us up. 2 hands in the sky when I give it up.
Who told you you can live your life as a pilgrim? Nah, she told me I'ma be alright, it's a real one. Yeah, There's only real ones here by my side. They gon' pray for my soul in the night. I was told one day we gon' be just fine. Can you feel it in these London nights?
It's time for the Entertainment Report with Jeremiah.
Entertainment Report time. What's going on out there? All right, man. Real quick, it's a rumor. You know we don't really like to spread rumors, but there's a rumor that Lecrae and Justin Bieber may be doing a record because it's a rumor that Justin Bieber may be doing a Christian album.
Oh.
So he had a shirt on with Lecrae's logo, and Lecrae said something about it. So there's the rumor that may happen soon. So we don't know. All right. NF dominates the TikTok app as much as the stream charts. TikTok app is basically like Vine and Dub Smash, where people can just like rap your songs up. He has the most views on that, and then like out of any artist, period, not like Christian artist, but just artist, period, is NF. So shout out to him. Yeah, man, that's huge. All right, so radio host said he didn't set up Lauren Diego up. He said Dominique Natty, the radio host who asked if homosexuality is a sin, is refuting the accusation that he set a trap for the singer by asking the question. The backlash Lauren received from the interview has been very disappointing to witness. I was shocked by the amount of attack and assumptions that there was someone simply saying, I don't know. Natty said in a statement shared to the Christian Post on Thursday, the truth is you don't know. You don't know if she was being honest. You don't know if she was dodging the question. You don't know if she was lying, and neither do I. So my man saying, I didn't set her up. I just asked the question, and this is what happened.
It just depends on what you mean by set up. I mean, the question was designed to put her in a tough spot, right? So that's a setup. But I don't think he was trying to ruin her career. I don't think that's...
Yeah. But he was saying that it wasn't... I wasn't trying to do that. I just asked a question, and you know what I mean? But some people feeling like, yo, you set her up, you did wrong, whoop-de-whoop, but...
I'm just thinking, why would you ask that question to... Would you ask that question to any artist? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, would you ask that question to a secular artist? Would you ask that question... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you intentionally ask that question when religion is involved, particularly when a Christian is involved, so...
Yeah, so, he said he didn't set her up, so, but... All right, man, one more story, which I found very fascinating. Okay, so, you know, in colleges... A lot of stuff happens in college, and people come up with like reports and just a lot of stuff. So they're saying that it's a very popular cartoon that is racist. What do y'all think the cartoon is?
I mean, all of them.
I've heard that.
Every last one of them.
People say the Roadrunner and the Coyote.
The Roadrunner. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Is it like a Sunday comic or like a cartoon?
It's a cartoon that they show during the week.
No, what is it?
I'm gonna be shocked. Somebody said VeggieTales is racist.
What?
It's racist?
That's what somebody said. So a student at a California college claimed that the popular show is racist because the villains are vegetables of color, while the good characters are white. I'm not making this up.
Wait, I thought the good characters were like a tomato.
Yeah, they're vegetables of color too.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
White vegetables.
So-
That's reaching.
They want onions and garlic and white
The
vegetables.
bad guys are always the peas. Like what?
So he said racially minorities were depicted as villains. They humanized vegetables using stereotypes shown in accents and racial indicators to identify people of color in the show. Many of the villains characterized by race were found to be irredeemable characters, which is ironic because a popular theme in the Bible is Jesus' power of the redemption of God's children. It continued. The project claimed that when kids see the good white character triumph over the bad person of color character, they are taught that white is right and minorities are the source of evil. This is in the students. This is what these people are saying. One student who worked on the project told reporters that the accents of the evil characters tend to sound ethnic, such as Latino, while the good characters sound white. The project concluded that VeggieTales and other like-minded works have been made good messages in the Bible dangerous. The person who used to do the voiceovers for them responded and said all vegetables are part of the one race, even though there are many colors. They are all descended from the same parent, the Adam and Eve of vegetables, who foolishly ate a forbidden fruit, ironically, and screwed everything up. For all vegetables descended from them, at least I'm pretty sure that's the story.
The fact that we have to
leave my childhood alone. Leave it alone. It was, but no one was thinking that. Don't mess up my childhood like that. I don't appreciate that.
I read that out loud. I gotta share this for the entertainment report. But
So even
this is what the study they shown.
Vegetables of color.
Even if we didn't notice it, is it possible that subconsciously the people who created the show wanted to distinguish foreigners from
I don't know. I
Americans?
mean,
in a way?
only one you got to think about is what's the superhero one? What's the superhero one?
Larry Boy.
Larry Boy. So I think that's the only one I would think about. But other ones are just them like giving a message of like kindness or joy or. So I don't know, peace. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure that out. Like,
so are we getting a little too woke
now? Bible Man back in the day, I do remember the Gossip Queen was a black.
She was a black lady. That's
she was. The Gossip Queen was a black lady. She was a black lady, but
okay.
That's kind of crazy. But, okay.
I see you, Betty Taylor.
So that was interesting. So, Compass Section, the Author Identity EP Royal Edition pre-order. Big Sage, too late for that pre-order. Cannon Home. Ty Brazel, Destined for Greatness, Canton Jones, The Ghost, Surfer Wolf, Poetics, and Zay Hill, Wolves and Hills EP. Big Yay, Gorgeous single, Shim Rivera, Out of Pocket single, DJ Jimmy Rock 84 single, and Joe Adine, Right Back single. And their free download of the week is Elijah Jaron, Bad to the Bone. Go pick those up. If you guys have anything to promote, you can go right here and promote it.
How do we find your show?
Listen, man, you can follow us on all social media, whether it's Instagram and Twitter at MM Live Radio or Facebook at M&M Live Radio.
And hit us up on our website at misaandmia.com. And to listen to the show, it's misaandmia.com/podcast.
So it's MEESAANDMEAH.com.
Yes.
Dope. All right, man, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah.
Is brought to you by Trackstarz. Allow us to produce a podcast to help build community engagement around your brand. We can record and edit a podcast specifically designed to reach your target market and utilize social media to create or enhance a loyal following. Go to trackstarz.com/brands. Again, that's trackstarz.com/brands.
This is that brand new music.
Printing on my eyelids. Thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. Thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. I got the with the missing with the kindness. What they talking about? If I ever find this, I'm thinking, well, we the ones that die rich. I'm thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. Hey. Just a queen and now I'm Martin Gina vibes. Didn't need a diamond, know that we arrived. No. ACA the law that we abide by. It got in sync with him and came alive. Yeah. Told my bro that it ain't what you make, it's what you keep. He told me bury me in Louis sheets. Run it up. Double up, money they level it up, bet it up. Let me just sum it up, money does got enough. I don't want bust down, yeah. Money dance, touchdown, yeah. At a 9, not impressing, you gotta die. What am I gonna bribe God with 100 times? I'ma tell you how to levitate, how to put stocks when it never sank. In the day, in the fade, give away anything, any day, it'll pay many more in the name. Woo, yeah, I'm a dialing. KB charged up, I've been indicted. Yeah, I'm the baby daddy with no side play. Yeah, my BMW's like the IA. Winning, turning D is underneath my eyelids. So every time I close my eyes, I just get reminded, just turn the lights off. I can't with nothing, but I fall for something. And I leave with everything. I got that glow, I cannot hide it. Yeah, I got
forever finance. I'm thinking, well, we the ones that die rich. I'm thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. All my friends were buying Louis. All we wanted was some Gucci. Keep our closet stocked with brands that we don't own a stock or two in. God bless the entrepreneur. Pastor taught me how to steward. Cooking bars, Martha Stewart. Business deals and flipping units. I was taught by Martin Luther. Get the bag, but don't abuse it. Every dollar we accrue, it belongs to God and not the jeweler. Jesus, help me do it. I will not be young and foolish. Cash rules, nothing around me, homie. Just Yeshua. Is it crazy thinking we can more than people than ourselves? Inheritance for my children, all eyes that never fail. If my businesses go under and my property don't sell, get it for the kingdom, serve the people and my soul as well. Yeah, homie, I got that glow, I cannot hide it. Yeah, I got heaven printing on my eyelids. Thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. Thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich. I got that finessing with the kindness. If forever finance, I'm thinking, well, we the ones that die rich. I'm thinking if I die tonight, then I'ma die rich.
If I die tonight, homie, I'ma die rich. No one talk about the money I get. Only 14 years old, but I set my goals, and I don't really care about diamonds and gold. It's all about what's inside your soul. I don't wanna go down that wrong road. Materialism can make you a victim and put you inside of the mindset of prison. Put it in physical work and that spiritual work is life and make a spiritual hurt. I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst. I do what I can and peace gotta come first. So money is cool, but when I die, I'll be a millionaire times two. God is the answer, is stronger than cancer. The master is waiting on you with the juice.
Hey yo, this is Roy Tosh, and you in the field with the Trackstarz. Keep it locked right here.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this segment is sponsored by Nectar Distribution. You got 3 different options now. Basic, $19.99, plus $35 a year. Label plus $80 a year. So now listen, Nectar is your opportunity to get all your music distributed to more than 150 digital download outlets. It's a great way for you to promote and advertise your music. So check out nectar.trackstarz.com. Visit the site today and let us help you get out there.
All right, so this one I don't even know if Ryan knows about, and we have a question for you too. All right, so there's been a lot of hubbub about this song "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yeah.
Have you guys heard that?
Yeah.
And people are starting to ban it across, like radio stations are banning it. People are asking to get it taken down, mainly because of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
So I want to do a dissect on "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Okay.
Now the confusion we had was, did you do something about this did you use the song at your wedding? What was the song y'all did together? What was it?
That was Heaven Must Have Sent You From Above.
Okay. I just want to make sure we weren't insulting.
Marvin Gaye.
That was close.
Got it. All right.
He was bad too, but go ahead.
So let's break it down and see if it is problematic.
All right.
All right. So it says, I really can't stay. Baby, it's cold out. It's a girl and a guy going back and forth. So the first half is the girl, second half is the guy. I really can't stay, but baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away, but baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been hoping that you drop in. So very nice. I'll hold your hands, they're just like ice. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor. Listen to the fireplace roar. So really, I'd better scurry. Beautiful, please don't hurry. Or maybe just half a drink more. Put some records on while I pour. The neighbors might think, baby, it's bad out there. Say what's in this drink. No cabs to be had out there. I wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight now. To break this spell, I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell. I ought to say no, 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 sir. Mind if I move in a little closer? At least I'm gonna say that I tried. What's the sense of hurting my pride? I really can't stay, baby. Don't hold out. Both, baby, it's cold outside. I simply must go, but baby, it's cold outside. The answer is no, but baby, it's cold outside. The welcome has been, how lucky that you dropped in, so nice and warm. Look out the window at the storm. My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door, waves upon a tropical shore. My maiden aunt's mind is vicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. But maybe just a cigarette more. Never such a blizzard before. I got to get home, but baby, you'd freeze out there. Say, lend me a coat. It's up to your knees out there. You've really been grand. I thrill when you touch my hand. But don't you see, how can you do this thing to me? There's bound to be talk tomorrow. Think of my lifelong sorrow.
At least there will be plenty implied if you caught pneumonia and died. I really can't stay. Get over that holdout. Baby, it's cold outside.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What do you
Merry
think
Christmas,
about that?
y'all.
So,
is it a little rapey?
So the hard part for me is when this song was first introduced to me, it was introduced in a kid's Christmas movie, right?
Oh, wow.
And it was the grandmother talking to her grandchild. And she was saying, "Don't go. It's cold outside." And she was like, "But my brother be there at the door."
Oh, they
you know
remixed
what I mean?
it.
They
Yeah.
remixed it. So for me, I'm reading this with you as you're reading it, and it's a stretch, in my opinion, because I'm seeing it as it can be innocent too.
Okay.
So,
what do y'all think?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do personally. I feel the same way because honestly, when I hear the song, I just heard of it as like a guy telling his girl, "No, I want you to stay. I want to spend more time with you." This, that, and the third. But you said I could see why someone would say that. I guess because there was like a line with the whole drink thing. Mm-hmm. That's when you said it, I was kind of like, oh man. Now I can see. I see their perspective of why they would say that. Personally, I still don't really think that honestly. Okay. But I guess with like the time we're living in, people are very sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had visions of Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, I did too. I did too.
You know what's so funny? I wonder what people would think about Hey Love.
Hey Love. You talking about with me and Maya?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's not like that though.
Because somebody would be like, "Yo, you trying to pursue her very, very hard." It's
What did
like,
I say? Do you remember it?
Like you about I'm a bag boy. I can send your bags to the lobby. Like I can bring your bags up to the like. It was like you were pursuing her, and she like I don't know. But I'm just saying. But anyway, go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but I think the difference is that okay, what's the line between pursuing?
Yeah.
As a man of God,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Amen.
Yeah.
And me tooing that girl.
Yeah.
Like what's the difference?
It depends on her, I believe, because the reason I said it depends on her because going back to y'all piece is like you're having a conversation. You're trying to persuade her to be like, "Yo, let's holler." I'm trying to be with you, and you like, but you just like every other guy. Versus this was like she's trying to leave,
yeah,
and he's like, "Don't go. I want you to be with me." Like,
yeah,
it's yeah.
And think of it like this too, right? She's not grasping a doorknob, trying to fight for her life, trying to get out the house.
Right.
But this is why it matters.
This line says, "There's bound to be talk tomorrow. Think of my lifelong sorrow." Right? To me, it sounds like she may not want to shame herself. You know what I mean? By like actually, but she's also considering staying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that would be a little different.
Here's the problem. The problem is first of all, she said no, right?
That's what I was.
That's what. Yeah, I was like
the answer is no.
The answer is no, right? So based on where we are now, what's understood is you should stop.
Yeah, no means no.
And he's still talking about them lips looking delicious.
But the problem is, am I mistaken?
I'm just saying.
I think the issue we're having. This was written like in the 50s or something like that.
Yeah.
The issue I think we're having is, and I think this is where this Me Too thing is kind of coming to like a wait. So what am I supposed to do? Because a lot of your favorite, liberal artists, Gaga's done a remix of this, and there's been people that you would think would be like, no, they've done it. So the problem is, from my memory of that era and even up until the 80s, saying no was a form of flirting. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think this song is highlighting. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's not, no longer can you take that as that, because the reason I say that specifically is because a lot of women, they'll flirt their way out of a situation that they really feel uncomfortable in, but they don't feel like they can just directly say no, especially in a work relationship. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want to compromise my situation with you, so I'm not going to directly say no. I'm going to be like,
ease your hand out the lion's mouth.
So do you think in like sexual assault cases that happened years and years ago, that's the reason why they're coming forth now? Is because back in the day they felt like the whole no thing was a flirtatious...
It's possible that it was... Because think about a song like this. Nobody has ever complained about this until recently.
No.
Right? This was an acceptable dialogue exchange for a long time of, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Come on. Yeah. What about this? What about that? Yeah. Whereas if somebody filmed, like let's say somebody got caught doing this same conversation, there would be a lot of criticisms for, like if this was like, name some celebrity. You know what I mean? If this was LeBron or something, right?
Yeah.
You would be like, whoa, what are you...
She said no.
She said
man.
no, yeah.
But is this worth taking down, even though back then that probably wasn't even the intention?
Yeah, that's true.
Because of the interpretation now, is it even still worthy
This
of
is where
taking
we
down?
are now, right?
But it is. That's the world we live in now,
So-
where everything is being called into question.
This is happening to Kevin Hart right now. Right?
Yes, right.
So there was a time, and I'm not saying it was ever right, but there was a time where gay jokes were just commonplace, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there was a shift where it's like, okay, take Christianity out of it. There's just some stuff is just mean, right? So don't say that, right? So he's getting caught up in a situation where it's like, well, when I said those jokes, none of y'all said anything about this, right?
Yeah.
Now it's a big deal, but you're holding me accountable for something back then. Is this song being held accountable for where we feel like we've come into a new understanding?
Hip hop is in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because some stuff we said back in the day was like, oh wow.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. But the thing is like they're saying that there's no excuse, even though it wasn't culturally understood that this was bad. You're still bad for feeling that way at that time, even though things have changed since then.
But
You
even
still
how
have
do you
to
feel bad about something if the time was different?
You should have known. Don't we say the same thing? No, seriously.
You should've
Don't we say
known.
the same thing about white people, right? Yeah, it was culturally acceptable for you to have slaves, but you should have known, right?
Oh,
you shouldn't
yeah.
have been the one to have slaves. Did you fight it? Did you stand up against this?
Yeah.
Then you're part of the problem. Don't we say that?
Yo, I just found the original video. It looks pretty bad.
It looks bad?
It looks bad. We'll play
Throw
it.
it up. Throw it up on the screen. We working on it. 'Cause I've seen pieces of it because she's like trying to get out of there. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
it's
like because
it's
based
pretty
on
bad.
based on what she's saying, she's really concerned about what her family is gonna say about her staying not coming home on time. That's a real concern. Who cares if she actually likes you and all that kind of stuff? If she's saying I don't feel comfortable, this one A2.
I think
A2.
guys were taught though that no means yes, especially back then, whether that's right or wrong. I think that's just what they were taught.
Bing can't be a predator. Not Bing Crosby.
Not Bing Crosby.
You said A2?
A2.
Not Bing Crosby. You sound too close to Crosby, but not Bing. Wow, man. I think nothing is safe no more, bro.
No, it
like,
isn't.
Like really, like we in a time where sensitivity is at an all time high.
It's amplified.
But is
It's
it good?
amplified.
You're saying it like it's a bad thing. Is that good or bad?
It's for me. It's as a creative, it could be bad. As a person, is a good situation, but as a creative, it's bad because you don't know how you write. We write stuff together. Sometimes it's like, well, I can't say that, or we can't write that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You with topics or whatever. Even for our show, it's like years ago, you heard our show, you'd be like, yo, them dudes off the chain. Now it's like, well, you know, we're not like that no more. So I think that's the thing. It's like, it's hard for creatives out here right now.
It is.
Because a comedian his whole, like,
The
using Kevin
whole-
Hart
yeah,
is
yeah.
to make you laugh. So, but at the same time, now it's almost like you got to take responsibility for
They
it.
interviewed Damon Wayans, and he was talking. They were asking him if he would ever go back to doing comedy. He was like, "No, it's too PC out there. It's too PC. Like some people, you can't."
You might have to fast forward up to the.
This is it. But he looks frustrated right there. Like I'm mad.
Yeah.
So okay. So this is
You
where.
have to slip her Mickey. Like what?
Yeah, that's what she was worried about.
And then he grabs her hand. Right. That's unacceptable.
Like he's done it
again.
Because she's ready to go at this point. Jacket on.
Coat is on.
Oh, it's not.
Like that's,
Oh no!
Yeah. It's bad. It's pretty bad.
Like that's a violation, right?
Come on, Dean.
That's a violation.
Yeah. Yeah. Flag on the play right there. Oh, okay.
He's taking off her stuff. Like that's a violation. So that's kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, they worked the effects back in the day.
If we reevaluate some of the things that we grew up with,
Mm-hmm.
does it all pass the test of where we are now? This is probably one of the most glaring examples, but like you said, all of '90s hip hop doesn't pass.
It sure don't. I don't know.
Stuff that's out now don't pass.
Yeah, don't.
And
Except for battle rap.
Here's what I'm worried about. Here's what
Battle rap is getting
Here's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Because our people are probably going to be mostly affected by this. If this completely shifts, right? All of our people that do music and comedians, we have some of the worst jokes.
Oh yeah,
the worst.
Yeah, we do. Right.
Ever. Is this going to be used to hold us out of opportunities in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably will.
Yeah. I mean, we see it happening with rap artists that lose their endorsement deals. You know what I mean? Like Pepsi and
But again,
and Sprite.
whose responsibility is that? I mean, the goal of our show is to try and help clean up this content, right? We think it's bad too, right?
Yeah.
Is the responsibility on, hey, artists, you need to get this together right now because this stuff isn't acceptable. Yeah. So, they may use this against you in the future to keep you out of, like Kevin Hart, to keep you out of future roles and stuff. You need to make sure you're saying the right stuff right now.
Okay, like, prime example, if Billboard was going to do something, I'm trying to think something that's, not universal, but something kind of, because I heard somebody talk about it, and they was talking about the real reason Kevin Hart is getting out of these situations is because he felt like it was a race thing, because he felt like once you get in those bigger spaces, people like they're gonna dig up stuff on you.
Right.
So I was thinking about like a Jay-Z. What is something big that Jay-Z could do that somebody would be like, they pimping? Oh, you talking about pimping? No, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back to that where he's like, now I'm a family guy.
Somebody mentioned this. This is not just a black issue, right? Because this happens to white people too, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody will dig up the N-word in a tweet.
Yeah. But they still host.
But not some people have skated by, right? But there are some people who still are facing the damage of old racist stuff, right?
Yeah, like Roseanne.
Yeah, sure.
That's another.
That happened with Justin Bieber one time.
That was recent.
That's new
That was kind of new. Yeah,
but that happened one time with Justin Bieber in the past. Like they resurfaced like a video of him saying something like that, and he had to make a whole post saying how he don't charge him for his actions back then. Something like that.
So the real question is, what's the statute of limitations on some of this?
Nothing right now.
This is like 70 years old. Like, what's the statute of limitations? Do you have to continue to suffer for mistakes you made for the rest of your life?
Depending on, I say depending on the group. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
What group are you referring to?
It could be the LGBT, it could be us, Me Too. It don't matter. Really? Depending on the group and how forgiving that group is.
Interesting.
I feel like those groups don't ever get like 100% forgiving though.
Never.
Because it's like sometimes they hold that against you. You know what I'm saying?
I think us, we let stuff go a little quicker.
We do, but
once you apologize and get some, then it's
who have we let go?
Whoever. Justin. I mean, honestly, that was something where Usher had to clean up. I don't know about Eminem. What did Eminem?
He said the N-word in old songs.
Oh yeah, with Benzino. Come on, but nobody was like
cared.
Nobody cared. He's that good that it's like nobody cared. But I think at this climate, it would be totally different because that happened like in the mid 2000s. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, oh wow. And then he admitted like, yo, I was wrong. So
it's just. I think we go in the wrong direction if we hold all of our comedians accountable to everything they've said. I mean, they've made fun of presidents, they've made fun of pastors. I mean, it's just everybody gets made fun of. I was talking to my mom about this, and she was just like, when you are in a comedic space, it's assumed, right, that you're going to be funny.
Right.
So, in a sense, I told my mom what Kevin Hart said wasn't funny. It was just like, I definitely would have put that on Twitter. Yeah. It was mean. I definitely would have put that on Twitter. I mean, I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have thought it either, but it was just bad that he was just like, so, I mean, it's crazy. But all I'm saying is comedians say so many different things. If we hold them accountable to everything, then we take away the art of it.
But here's the thing, though. Here's another question. Using Kevin Hart, again, it's like, even he's been doing so much other stuff for years since that tweet. Like, he's been hosting shows, he had #1 movies, #1 comedy out. Like, he's been doing so much. So, like, all of a sudden, he wants to host the Oscars, and it's like, who? Like,
but you know the Oscars. That's a
we had the Oscars so white.
Yeah.
like just recently.
This just happened to Louis Giglio. Remember, he was supposed to do the prayer for Obama, and they found out he said some stuff basically saying homosexuality is a sin.
Yeah,
they got him the heck out of there.
Yeah, so, and he backed out too. Like he was like, you know what?
The same thing with it's like I don't need this. I don't want to be known as the gay bashing pastor. You know what I mean? That's not my life. So it's interesting. But let's go back to Baby's Cold Outside. Should it be pulled or not? What do y'all think?
After the visuals, but
after the visuals, I think they should pull it.
They should pull it.
Yeah. The words were okay.
Yeah. When you see it, it's just kind of.
But clearly, the words weren't okay because that was the intent of the words.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
Right.
Problematic.
Now, do you guys think that the LGBT community is like the most sensitive community out of all communities? I just
trying to get us in trouble.
Are y'all syndicated in the shows? Y'all don't syndicate anywhere?
I'm just wondering.
Y'all got a big event coming up?
Seriously, let me ask you this question. Are you guys syndicated?
Right now,
I mean, not through our
Not the
radio
radio.
station, but I mean, just the podcasting, just being able to go international with it, yeah.
Week 1 of our syndication, we said something about Beyonce and got pulled.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
So all I'm saying is like it's that
It's still very touchy and sensitive. That goes back to the whole sensitivity.
Everybody has a clique that's looking out for them, and
Can't mess with my
they may be Christian, they may be whatever. Like everybody has a clique. So when you ask that question,
It's more than a clique.
yeah, it's
Really?
more than. I mean, yeah.
There's mafias out there, and the one you just mentioned is probably the most powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. So that's why Kevin Hart, like, his immediate reaction was, I ain't apologizing for this again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
But this is
And
the
he
question
sure
I
did.
had too. Do you all think Kevin Hart has made it to a point where his popularity and his fan base could win against this?
No.
Can he win
I
against
don't
that?
think so.
Mm-mm.
I
crazy
like
to
you
me.
said with the whole
You found out?
mafia. That has definitely, that particular group has definitely been one where it's like, I feel like they will hold on to that.
Yeah.
I that's just one thing that I've seen through Twitter, through social media, through all of that. So I think
So,
they will remember.
The question
that.
is, are we a mafia?
What?
But you know what?
Well, what's the first thing that popped in your head when I said we?
Christians.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
No, but you know what's funny? Like, I kind of think they reversed. They did what they've been getting kicked for years, and then when they got the power, they like, we're gonna start kicking back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people have been saying negative stuff about them. I mean, you think about, go back to like even just Eminem again from 2000s and what he was saying on his Marshall Mathers LP, and people protesting outside of the Grammys, but people was like, oh, whatever. But when you start getting powers and positions and
That's what it
executives
is.
and you over stuff and you're homosexual, they remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like now we're gonna return the favor of what y'all did to us back in the day. We're gonna make sure that never happens again. And if you do it, you're gonna apologize.
So Me Too is becoming one of these mafias.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
seeing it happen. The question is, some of it is good, some of it is bad. It's- I don't know.
We
Anyway,
need to do the top 5 mafias.
Oh, that'd be scary. That'd be
That is right. Now that sounds even scarier. That sounds even
It really
scarier.
is. You about to get us for real.
all right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let go.
What you think happened to our SoundCloud account?
With Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, and DJ Jeremiah.
Right now, you're in the field with the Trackstarz.
Trackstarz.
Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, and DJ Jeremiah.
Right now, you're listening to the Trackstarz.
You know what time it is. Yeah.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Name It Gay, Trackstarz music artist, and you are in the field with the family, Trackstarz Radio.
You are in the field with the Trackstarz.
Trackstarz Radio.
We got it in the field. Trackstarz. Get it, got it, good.
Hey guys, this is Miracle from Trackstarz. I wanted to make sure you all know all about the official Trackstarz universe. If you'd like a free Trackstarz t-shirt, free merch, discounts, exclusive content, and direct access to your favorite radio hosts, then this is for you. Make sure to check out trackstarz.com/official. Again, that's trackstarz.com/official.
Nobody ever make it out alive. Woo. Yeah. This ain't first class, I got upgraded. Penny pinching rapper, even though I made it. culture when you're popping pills, right? Rather have us medicated than healed, right? Look, blog said I'm in album mode. Boy, I'm always in album mode. My slice need the Alamo. New York like Al Capone. Whole squad in the Patagon. My girl, bubba bad to the bone. I keep losing my wedding ring. I gotta go get that tatted on. I'm out in Europe. It feel just like the borough. Shouting Euro, spending Euro. Got dessert.
Right. And it's all
It's
a lot. Most of it is from the
comedy.
50s, if you really think about it. Like, most of that is from that era. So this one's from that era, and it's like that. I'm pretty sure the research is going to continue to go.
So we gonna come in, or because I know she was saying there was
Yeah,
gonna
I got it. Huh?
They're saying I don't know if Ryan went to go help Toya.
But for this one specifically, though, I think they got it.
I gotta figure out what we.
And when I saw it, and it was just like, hold on, come back. She tried to put the jacket on. He had the jacket in her hand before the jacket came off. I was just like, yo.
I've never seen that before.
And what's interesting is that they didn't think that was a problem at all back then.
Yeah. I think back then it looked like, oh, he's trying to make her stay versus like he's a.
Yeah,
he's a
So not gonna lie, watching it, the way he grabbed her arm, I think that was the kind of thing that looked at me, like got me. I was kind of like, that don't look as.
But back in the
great.
day, I don't think that we would have seen it that way.
Yeah.
No.
But it's funny too because then after that one played, another one played where she was the one trying to get him to stay.
Yeah,
it was the same.
It was the same video, but it was reversed. It was a girl getting the guy.
I don't know, Sean. You said just play songs. Yeah. I don't know y'all got.
You want me to check with Ryan and see? I know he's still
But
hoping
yeah,
I'll play another one.
I don't know about that one. The VeggieTales thing, though, I'm kind of salty about.
Because this is the one you came up with.
Other things like that.
Oh, okay.
But then there's this whole thing of like, okay, who are you holding accountable at this point? It's like, okay, you get the song taken down, so on and so forth.
Right.
All right, cool.
People that make
But how far are those same people willing to take away, like, hey, certain parts of the Constitution probably shouldn't be there. Certain amendments that we've allowed in probably shouldn't. Like, are they going to go all the way in, or is it just going to be when it benefits them?
Yeah.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. I mean, laws have changed.
Yeah, laws have changed, but not in the sense of, laws have changed to favor said group, but not to favor the general, this is just wrong. You know what I'm saying? You said, if you get what I mean when I say that. It's almost like it's a, let me use your agenda to push my agenda. Because like a lot of times when I see this stuff, the stuff that changes doesn't necessarily benefit specifically the affected. It benefits the agenda that they want to push. And the affected is still like, it's just like, cool. Like, nobody can stop me mad. I mean, all you did was get really, really angry. Everybody got really, really hyped up. And then you get such and such taken down. And it's just like, okay, cool. What did that change? Nothing. You just got that thing taken down. You got a bunch of people mad. So you're basically the goal seems to be public embarrassment of said things.
Yeah.
And not to actually like change stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But even going back to the song, like, you know, the Me Too movement and people that support, they try to get I think it was Nelly, R. Kelly, kind of like shut off and shut
off
down.
the Spotify platforms, like Chris Brown and people like that.
And what was it? I think
it's gonna take out.
They tried to they even canceled like some of R. Kelly's tour, but he's still out here singing.
And we still stepping.
And we're still stepping in the name of love on weddings and stuff. So it all depends.
That's crazy.
The reality is everybody has a platform.
Yeah.
And everybody they're gonna push it. I mean,
we
have freedom of speech.
I mean, the funny thing about it is they did a study recently where they had a CPR class. And they said and they said that because of the Me Too movement, men are only 38% likely to do CPR on a woman, even if she's about to die. A man will say no because somebody might say something. They rather let that person die than put themselves in that scenario because they know because their life is gonna get thrown away. Like just 38, only 38% was willing to do it. 38%. That means you can take out 70. Like this good, useful thing. People are afraid to like. There are like medical procedures that doctors don't want to do no more because of that. They're like, it's like okay, so who does this really benefit to that extent? It's like, are you gonna actually draw lines? Are you gonna make because it seems like they're making things very blurry, where it's just like I don't know. Whereas if you draw a line, you can say, okay, just don't cross the line. But it seems like it's just like everything can be the line, or the line moves according to the situation. It's just like okay, if like for instance, the doctor in the medical procedure, like there was a doctor who commented and said, hey, that was like, you know how doctors, if it's a man doing a procedure on a woman, there has to be other doctors there.
Yeah.
And so there was another doctor there watching.
Oh, wow.
observing the procedure. No misconduct happened, but the girl still got the doctor fired because she said she felt the type of way about the doctor performing the procedure. Like people lose their whole like
their jobs and lives and
over. So you gotta be. I feel like it's useful when it's needed, but I feel like it's a good thing because it's like clear.
We're cautious, but then it's like. I feel like is it too much or like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it needs clarity to it more so than anything. Yeah. So I think it's
Yeah, she turned 6 months last week, so she feels like she can sit up now.
Yo, she looks like Ryla's twin. She looks like they look exactly alike.
Who is this? What artist is this?
Chrissy Lane.
Oh. I haven't heard this. You the same, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
That one's crazy.
Y'all play music on your show?
Yeah. Yeah, Mia's kind of like the one that always puts our music together. She's kind of like our... She knows all the music, everything that's coming out.
I would love to see what you all like.
Yeah, I want to see
calendar day looks like. Like what you do when you wake up in the morning.
Really?
I mean, I would just like to see that. Because,
you really?
Yeah, because you know, we have 9 to 5s, and we've always had 9 to 5s since we've been doing this job. So it would be nice to see what a day would look like if you had that control.
Yeah. I will say that it's just been a lot of like discipline, man. You know what I'm saying? With like just being really, you know, my friends texting me like say, oh, I want to hang out all day, and it's like me telling them like I can't, but they don't get it because like I'm just trying to get things done, like you know. And sometimes people just don't get it sometimes, but just being disciplined has just been like the biggest thing, honestly. It's been a ride.
Yo, what's up? This is Beacon Light, and you are in the field with the Trackstarz. Keep it locked right here.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com for all the latest. Just look up Trackstarz with a Z everywhere. You should see us. Definitely check out our YouTube page and subscribe. Subscribe to us on iTunes as well. Become a Trackstarz Universe member. That's really the best way to keep in touch with us. We have conversations on Facebook all the time. And the official Trackstarz Universe members get even more access to get more access to DJ Jeremiah to suggest line for lines and topics and all that stuff. So definitely get in the field with the Trackstarz. We're trying to do some big stuff in 2019. So we definitely want you guys to be a part of it. We want to know what everybody's good at so that we can support you and help you get to where God has for you. All right. So this next thing. I honestly just forgot what it was. I was gonna try.
Don't you hate those moments?
I was gonna forget. Okay, this is the reason I forgot is because this is your topic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I forgot to. I think it was about the creatives and like we had a top 5 kind of thing about creatives and how do you.
I remember. So how do you receive criticism?
Yeah.
I think is what you were saying.
Yeah.
We probably won't be able to do top 5. I want you to just talk about what made you think of that. Like why? Why did you?
I think I felt that way because me and Maya have been working with so many artists and stuff like that, and just like helping them go to the next level in their craft and marketing and everything like that. So just hearing people's like ideas and stuff, and like how do you deal with criticism, if it's good or if it's bad, you know what I mean? Like even if you think the person that like you don't like as a rapper, it gets hate mail or gets all that, and they still go and still like, how do you deal with that? Even if it's something that as a creative, like even if you don't do music, if you just do art or if you do a radio show or you do whatever, how do you deal with that criticism? And how do you like I don't know, like what do you do with it? If, for the good stuff you take, of course we take it in, but what about the bad stuff? How do we deal with those type of things?
You guys get criticism at all?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and it's funny, we get criticism from our team.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I mean, like whether it's us hosting or whether it's the way we say something on the air, for anything, it's just I always look at criticism as a way of improvement, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I get very frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for one thing, for me, I always get told that I talk fast. So it's like always a constant thing. Oh, slow down. Oh, slow down. Oh, you talk fast. Well, I realize you talk fast. It gets really, really hard, but I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, okay, slow down. And you know what I'm saying? So I always think it's always like a good way of like improvement.
It's kind of funny because while we do get criticism from our or from our team, we get the worst criticism from our brother.
Yeah,
he's 17 years old and he's so harsh.
He's so harsh. It's so blunt.
Very blunt. But the thing is I think the best way for you to kind of get over it is whatever thing you're creative in or whatever your creative is, do the best to record yourself so that you can kind of look back at it. So if anyone, whether it's good or bad criticism, look back at it, listen to yourself. Because I mean, for the longest, with us doing radio, we didn't listen back to ourselves.
But we were just consistently sounding the same. We weren't making any type of progression or anything until we decided to sit down and listen to the entire show back. Wow. So now we're able to hear, yeah, we do stutter. Yeah, we don't sound all the way polished.
Or even from like production-wise and things like that, song choices, or the way things flow. So hearing things back or like just yourself, it opens your eyes to what you're doing.
Yeah, because a lot of times you're going to think that the people that are criticizing you are hating on you, and they're not.
And it's not.
They're not. They're honestly trying to see you do better. And so in that case, try to see what they're seeing so that you can improve on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's the best thing.
That's good because you always feel that way as a creative. And like I said, it's not just any form of media or anything you're trying to do that you're creative at. You're going to get that feedback. But for some creatives, they could be great, but that one comment could just shrink them. You know what I mean? It could make you feel like, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? So how do we overcome comments? I think that's another thing as a creative. How do you overcome comments? Like comments from people that you don't even know, but you know what I mean? Like it could be sideways comments. It could be a comment where it starts off great, then all of a sudden it flips. You know what I mean? Or
see, I think the different when we started, we got nothing but hate first.
Yeah.
So
really,
yeah. So if you could think back, what are some of the comments we got, and you give your advice on how you dealt with that?
I had to get off of YouTube. I literally would post because back in the day we had everything was. I was doing the videos. It wasn't no like you could see us. It was mostly like our audio over pictures.
Yeah.
So like I had to get off of it because when we did Line for Line, like people would thought we were like so against Reach Records. I think that was like they were like, you guys are the devil, you guys are Satanists, you guys are not Christian and everything. And like honestly, it was like because you probably was mostly like, man, you can't forget what these people are saying. You know what we're doing. Like, and you had to tell me and Ryan that because me and Ryan was like, yo, who are these people? We need to go see them. Like, it was like on some levels like that. And it got to a point where it was like, I would post, and if somebody said a nice comment, I would say, I would like it. And if somebody said something negative or something that I was like, whatever, I just ignored it. So you had to get like used to it. But then also, especially if you do something, because I think for anybody, and I think for all of us on our team, like you stay up late to edit shows. I would stay up late to create like our Line for Lines and their playlists or whatever and stuff like that. And you feel like, wait, like, you know, like you felt that attack because it's like, I didn't do anything to say that we just having fun. You know what I mean? So I had to learn to turn off. I think that's the one thing.
Well, the problem is there's two bad reactions.
Yeah.
Right. One bad reaction is to let it affect you and make you quit and make you feel down, which we've experienced as well. Yeah. The other bad reaction is to be like, well, screw them. I don't even care if it sucked. I'm gonna just do it. You got to be able to take in feedback, process it, and get better. How do you do that without it crushing your soul? Because you guys are getting it from friends, so you already know their intention is good.
Yeah.
What if it comes from some rando online that doesn't know you? They may have a point, but they're wrong. You know what I mean? And you know they're wrong. How do you even take anything from that?
I think there was a time we made a question. I think it was centered around the whole Bill Cosby situation.
Yeah, it was kind of recent.
And I think that was probably the only question, very few question that we had that we received a lot of like low-key hate for. Like
or even Colin Kaepernick, that one.
Yeah, that one too. People were just really coming at us for even asking the question. Like, how dare you guys ask such a question like that? That's so inappropriate. Why would you guys even ask anything like that?
Wow.
And
what was you asking?
We were asking for the Bill Cosby. We were saying, with Bill Cosby going through what he's going through, should his wife leave or stay with him? And then so people were just giving it to us on like online. And we the first comment we saw was a lady was like, "That's such an inappropriate poll. How dare you?" And we were just kind of like, we were just asking a question, man. Like, you know what we're saying?
But we got one of the most responses out of that conversation.
Yeah, and then so we were even, I even text me, so I was like, so should we rethink a question or whatever? But we're like, no, like we didn't mean anything by us saying that. I never wanted, the fact that I even contemplated taking down a whole question, rethinking our whole show for one person is crazy. You know, even when it comes to like the comments, even for like whatever it may be, the fact that you might rethink everything that you do, everything that you are for this small amount of people, you're always going to get more love than what you're going to get hate.
Right.
You're never going to please everybody that comes across to you. So it's like you see things like that, and I just try to like ignore it, man. I try to always respond to the positive people. I like a comment, I'll respond back, and people who just hate, they just don't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is a solution to only take feedback from people that love you?
No,
how do you deal with that?
I think you could take feedback from anybody. You can learn from anybody, but I just think you got to see how it sounds.
Delivered. How it's delivered.
Yeah. Because if somebody's delivering, like saying something mean or sideways, you could understand like, okay, this person's trying to hurt, or if somebody's like, hey man, you guys are good, but what do you think about this? Or maybe trying it this way.
What if it doesn't come that way? What if somebody's just like, yo, the show sucks?
I mean, we
then
even
we're
found
not your
that
cup of tea.
there's a such thing as constructive criticism and destructive criticism. You know, like, I mean, I feel like being constructive, of course, is you telling us what you don't like and how we can make it better.
Yeah.
Obviously, or like at least making suggestions of what we can do. Now, the opposite, if you're just telling me my show sucks and I think it's dope, look, I think it's dope. I think it's dope, and I'm gonna do what I can to like keep it going. Because honestly, there's a lot of people out here who are sitting on their craft, and not doing anything with it. They keep waiting for tomorrow, waiting for the next day, and waiting. I'm just what if I just wait for, you know, everyone's waiting.
Yeah,
a lot of people are always waiting. However, what we're doing is we're actually trying to put something out there and see how it actually turns out. So, am I really going to stop because you don't like it? We're just not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Honestly, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Ever since I heard, what is that song? None of My Business by Andy Mineo, I've kind of been on like a new wave. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of been not thinking about like what other people just like. I mean, like you said, with the destructive, you know, criticism aspect. Like, yeah, man, if whatever you say, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm gonna just keep it moving, keep it pushing, and just I guess just like block out all of that destructiveness. And the constructive is always a good thing. I feel like that's always a good thing. I feel like you can always accept criticism in the best way possible and apply it to whatever your craft may be. Yeah. But the destructive, you shouldn't even like look at stuff like that.
I think here's another question: is there steps for you going from like comments almost killing you on the inside, like you go from like nah to like what you guys were saying earlier, like, yo man, forget the haters or whatever, and then like almost like, yo, they don't like me, going into a depression, because you creators are very depressed people, or very going into like suicidal thoughts because of somebody don't like what they're presenting to the world. So how do we get that person out of like even going down that rabbit hole? Because sometimes you have those.
Let me just give you a sampling of the kind of comments we get.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
You guys should stop this podcast. I'm not hating, so it's in love.
Yeah.
But this was hard to watch. I couldn't get 5 minutes into the video. You are debating over two great rappers who should never be compared. You are also all very cringy. This kind of feedback. That's just one. I got thousands of those. How do you deal with that? Because there's two things. I could say, even if he didn't give me any constructive criticism, that's a data point. Is it possible that there's something we need to improve? Even if I have to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
Second thing is, maybe this guy just sucks and I don't need to pay attention to him at all.
Yeah.
But if you keep getting that over and over again, is it possible, even if it doesn't feel good to you, is it possible that there's information to be gleaned from all of the comments?
Yeah.
They may not love you, but is there some truth in it that you need to absorb that may be uncomfortable? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Did you guys feel like there was any truth in that?
No, but okay. So for instance, people, the segment we're about to do next, line for line, a lot of people have problems with it. They don't like it because we're basically comparing their favorite artist to somebody they don't think should even be considered.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So automatically, we know some of the hate is just coming from that.
Yeah.
Right. So we've already processed that information.
Okay.
We know if somebody does that, it's because they are such a big fan of Eminem, they don't even appreciate the conversation.
Yeah.
Like the person did with you.
Yeah.
So we know what that means now, so we could tuck that away. One comment we did get that we had to process a little bit longer was, hey, my kids are Christians. They don't listen to Jay-Z and Eminem and so and so. So when you do line for line, it actually introduces them to those people. That was something we had to really be like, man, that's really difficult because the goal of line for line is to introduce people to the Christian artists. Yeah. But of course, we assume everybody knows about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, but some kids they've been protected, so they don't.
Yeah.
It's possible we could be introducing them to the secular artists.
Yeah.
Should we change it? Should we stop it? Like, those are real things we had to process.
Yeah.
Even though it came, we didn't like the comment, it didn't make us feel good. But is it possible that some of them could be data points?
Yeah, they could.
We ended up deciding, okay, we need to make it clear that we did change, actually. We make it really clear at the beginning, if this is not for you, turn it off. We don't mind you turning it off.
Yeah.
This is a tool. Everybody shouldn't have a jackhammer, right? Yeah. It's dangerous for some people, but it's still a tool. We need to still make it.
Yeah.
We just need to be very clear that, hey, this is not for every person. You may not be old enough or mature enough to handle this tool. So that was an adjustment we made to make it clear. Okay, we took in the feedback. We didn't like it, but we saw that there was some truth in it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just feel like the constructive criticism you should use as building blocks. Like, I feel like with that one, no hate at all. I kind of feel like that was just destructive.
It was.
Like there was no suggestion.
Because that was pure opinion.
Yeah, that was just straight opinion. It wasn't like, I feel like with facts, after that, I feel like ... with your facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, y'all are cringy.
He wasn't trying to help.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So with that, I think you should purge that. Anything that's like after that, anything, I love y'all guys, but anything constructive, use that.
I'm going to flip this question around. What if you need to give constructive criticism to somebody else? That's hard too.
That is hard.
So you have a good team that's able to say, that's not good, or slow down, or whatever, right? And it's coming from a place of love. But we manage kind of artists, right? We have to tell artists, hey, this is not good. Your temptation is to not tell them that because you love them. You don't want them to be upset with you, and you don't want them to feel like you don't like them.
Yeah.
How do you give constructive criticism?
Tough love.
I will say, I don't give criticism unless someone asks, like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Because I think there are some people who are like, well, I didn't ask you in the first place. But I will say, like, us even having friends who are artists and things like that, and like believing in them, and like when they let us like hear something or whatever, I will say that we do always say the things, because I mean, even coming from, we grew up in a performing arts school, and we had to always say the things that we liked and things that could be improved upon. So therefore, I think we're very good in giving, good suggestions or things like, to be improved upon. It like for us, even also, it always comes out of a place of love. Like, it's never going to be a thing of like, we're trying to tear you down or just like, be destructive, like how the whole thing may be.
Let me change that a little bit on you, Mia, because you mentioned at the beginning of your statement that sometimes you only give criticism to those that ask for it. I think sometimes people need to hear constructive criticism or just criticism in general, even when they don't ask. Like, for example, those people on American Idol that suck, but their families, they're supporting them. Like, I don't think at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the people that suck.
Like, someone should have told you can't sing.
Look, now you're on national television looking a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's like, how do you even get to that point?
But still, for someone who was just wanted to just let you just like maybe just hear something or see something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like some people they don't want you to hear anything. Someone who you're just now knowing, like you don't have a relationship with them like you or me. Or it's like a friendship of 5 years, of like someone you may know. Like, say it's someone brand new and you haven't established that with them yet. So when is it comfortable for you to be able to give that criticism? But then I think it's all of a way of delivery, because I mean the way you deliver it can change something completely different.
Okay, now I'm gonna put you in a room. Let's say Lecrae invites you over to Reach Records Studio.
Oh, snap.
Yo, Eminem, I got a new song. What you think? What you gonna tell him? You remember when Kanye was like, he didn't like a verse that Jay gave him? He's like, yo, what I'm gonna tell him? He's Jay-Z. So what are you saying to Lecrae if Lecrae says, what do y'all think?
And it's not good.
Maybe it's not good.
I'll just be like, Craig, you done better, bro.
You gonna tell them that in his studio?
I believe in you.
I invited you here.
I can leave. No, I would just say you've done better, and I believe in you.
What if you say something like, something's missing? Like, you know, like, I'm just trying to find a way to, like, go around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something about, like, I feel like it needs something. Like, it needs that extra. Like, you know, I'm trying to think of a way of delivery.
I'm going to crank the pressure up.
Oh,
what if it's, the song is coming out tomorrow. It's already decided. It's coming out.
It's mixed and mastered.
It's
everything.
done. This is coming out tomorrow. What y'all think?
Misa?
Something's missing.
Because you know deep down inside you're gonna be like, yo, dope.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell him nothing. You know you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Be honest with
Honestly, yeah, Sean, you're right. I'm not even gonna lie.
This is Lecrae.
If you say that, but listen, but now I'm even thinking to myself, because I mean, I've heard songs that I didn't like. Yeah. Artists have brought songs our way that we've been kind of like we've listened to it. Can you spin this? And we're thinking like we don't want to spin it. But you know, but at the same time, I feel like everyone kind of has like different tastes. Because I mean, what we might like, y'all might love, or someone else might love. Yeah. So I mean, I want to say I hate it, but then like someone else could like love it, and it can really mean a lot to them. Like, you know, so it's a real hard space to be put in when you say stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think you're gonna like every single song that every artist is gonna put out.
Yeah.
So maybe that song just wasn't for you on Lecrae's album.
So you just said it's not my speed, but yo,
I'm digging it. I'm digging it, Craig.
But the ending though, when it was off, that was it.
Yeah, right when that joint ended,
I was like, that's it.
Keep playing that part.
That's it. That part.
Y'all mess, yo.
So one of the things that we were taught, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have to give bad news to a person, you do the same. Have you heard of the sandwich?
No.
Okay, so the sandwich, you'll start realizing you're getting the sandwich from now on. So if I have to tell Jeremiah, yo, that line for line sucked, right? This is what you do. Yo, Jeremiah, you are a beast at this, man. I just want to say I appreciate you. All the work you put in, the time, all the hours, the effort you put in, right? The last line for line, I probably wouldn't have done that third song, but again, man, yo, I'm gonna tell you,
it's like
you are so good at this. Usually, yo, man, like you kill it. The third joint. You see what I'm saying?
It's like
a sandwich. You just got a sandwich. You didn't even realize
it with all the good things first, and then you slide that criticism right
Some
in.
people don't want to do that because they call that sugar coating, but that's exactly what it is.
So it's like
only thing I really need to tell him is, yo, that line for line sucked. But to make sure he doesn't hate me afterwards, I sandwich that joint so that he knows I appreciate him. Mm-hmm. Just do better.
Man, line for line sucked, but at least he liked me.
Right.
At least it was cool.
So it's like Lecrae. So like you're super dope. You're like an OG in the game. You know, I thanks for inviting me here. I love your little, crumpets. They good or whatever. But like, that beat was dope. What up, RG? The features were insane, but that hook was kind of just a little tweaking.
But I love what you've done with The Office.
You're a pro now. You're a pro. That's it. Because then his heart is like, she loves my office. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you leave him with something that's
what it
like,
is.
Exactly.
So when y'all getting back together again, what's the next event?
So anyway,
a sandwich. I like okay, we got that.
People are probably doing this to you. You don't even realize.
I have no idea. My husband does it to me all the time.
People are good at. Some people are really good at to where you don't know you just got dealt with.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you feel like because deep down inside, everybody wants to know that you really love them, you really support them. And when all you do is say, yo, that sucks, they start to question, I'm not even going to show you next time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a tool. But again, some people are like, yo, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to just tell you what it is.
Yeah, you got people
and
like
you could
that.
be that way, but then you may not get anybody asking you anything.
Nothing.
Yeah,
you may
true.
not even realize they've decided never going to ask you again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting thing. Criticism is hard.
Now, do you think like moguls and people that actually have made it can give like hard criticism like that?
They usually can because they've been put on a pedestal to where you must know something I don't know. So if you tell me something, I'm a accept it.
So it's like easily receptive.
Yeah, because you have a track record that I know that if I listen to you, I'll have a better chance of getting where you are. So like a Gary V or something, or like the chef that yells at everybody, or Simon. Like you take it from them because you know they must know something I don't know.
Yeah. Looking at where they're at, they must have something.
Yeah, any other random person, you're not gonna take that.
Because I remember seeing on a podcast, this dude was telling a story, and he was like, he's an artist. He was a major artist at one time, but now he's like on like the media side of everything. So he was talking, and he was like, the executive of the label came and was listening to records, and he was like, yo, I got this new stuff, and he's playing it for him, and he was like, such and such, what is your DNA? And he was like, what are you talking about? He was like, ask me, what's my DNA? And he was like, and he tells him his DNA, which is like a Run DMC record. He's like, exactly. So what is your DNA? And he was like, Pharrell. He's like, exactly. I have a car waiting for you to meet Pharrell in Virginia. like it doesn't even matter what you just played for me. This ain't it. So but he took the criticism and made a hit with Pharrell.
Yeah.
Again.
Wow.
So I think that's what it is. Sometimes you gotta. I think somebody just asked about like the executive level. When they know the artist and they know the best brings out the best in the artist, then they gotta go there.
That's
so
true.
Yeah. So Prophet is saying, I always ask people, are you open to criticism? If they say yeah, I give it no sandwiches. And I do too. Like if you, especially if you ask, right?
Yeah.
If you ask and I'm like, okay, what kind of person are you?
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? Can I?
Yeah,
you want me to
sure.
really
Can I be
tell
honest
you,
with you?
or you want me to just kind of like? By then they already know it's gonna be bad, right?
I think I do truth or love. Like you want me to. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to boast you up? Oh, you want me to be the hype man, or you want
me to gas you?
You want encouragement,
or
you want me to destroy your life?
No, I'm just saying. Do you want the lie, or you want the truth?
Yeah.
Like,
But
that's basically.
by then they already know what's up. So at that point it's just like, oh, you want me? How are you at taking criticism? You good? Okay, yo, that joint sucks.
Yeah.
You weren't good. You lied. You see what I'm saying? Everybody act like they good, but you know that's it's gonna cut them. So anyway, it's both sides of it is hard. That's one technique a lot of people use. Some people are saying like it's obvious when somebody gives you the sandwich.
Yeah, you kind of be like, you're waiting for it. Like, where's that butt at?
Yeah.
Here come that butt.
Because there's some people that's like,
don't take that out of context. But yeah,
where's the butt?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, only because it's like I don't want you to think I hated everything you did.
Yeah.
Now, if you did like something, let them know that you liked something about it.
Some people are really good at it. Like you would have never known.
But
they
does it
sandwiched you.
depend? Does it depend on how big you make the sandwich? Like if you're putting so much embellishment
like
on
Texas
top,
bread?
Yeah,
Texas toast,
like tomatoes, onions, like
you can't
olives.
even get to the meat yet. Like the meat like this big.
Yo, they be like, yo, remember that show you did? That show you killed everybody. Everybody came up for you. Like afterwards, the show you got signed autographs, your merch sold out, everything. Remember that show? Like, yeah, man. You got to put that on that track. You know, if you put that on the track, then that would be great.
Right. Remember when you were good?
right.
If you would have done that, you would have been straight.
But you got to make. I think it's almost like sad. This sad, but it's almost like petting your dog, and then if your dog scratch you or your cat scratch you, like, and then you go and you start petting it again. It's almost like that. It's like the animal knows that you love him.
Yeah.
But they just did something
And the
wrong.
truth is, people are different. Like if you're a coach, you got to know the players on your team. I have to manage a lot of people with Trackstarz. Right?
Yeah.
Some people that's what they need. They need, hey, yo, that's not good. Go back and do it again.
Yeah.
Some people, it would destroy them. What they need is, yo, man, don't even worry about it. It was straight.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You
Yeah.
get them next time. I know telling that person that, they're going to do better next time.
Yeah.
The other person won't. They'll think they were straight.
Yeah.
They'll actually think they were straight. You see what I'm saying? And they won't try harder next time.
Yeah.
They need a kick in the butt.
Yeah.
So some people are different. You got to know who you're talking to.
Do it. Yeah. That's
All right. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Wright to Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Look up.
Hey, guys. This is Sean David Grant, a.k.a. Shantana. Some of you guys know that I'm an artist as well.
What's the comments are saying?
Yeah, what helps is don't reveal the transition. Don't say but.
You can say something
But
else.
what?
In the middle.
Yeah.
You say
but-
and.
What I've noticed, so this is my sister. She says her transition is what I've noticed instead of but. So it's not
That's
like
good.
so
That's
it's
good.
not like the bread. Don't still eat the bread,
Yeah.
but also.
But also, yeah.
Or not but
And I've noticed
something else I've noticed though.
What's the remote for the TV in there?
It's somewhere. I don't know.
You have the one. It matches that, right?
Also,
You gotta use.
But I've
like,
also realized it.
You gotta use ands because it's like I like this and I think such and such and such and
I was
such.
thinking, that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about her.
And I think you should do
Wow,
this.
we have this artist friend. She's a singer-songwriter. She's up and coming. She kind of like released her first
Debut
EP?
album. Her debut album.
Debut
this
album.
year.
Debut album.
And we're super close and tight with her, and she's just always just trying to like build and like do new things and trying to get better. And we're close friends, so of course like we give her criticism on like how she can be better. But it's never like, oh, you should do this and you should do that. It's just like we just kind of give her like we flood her with like ideas, and she told us she gets annoyed when we do that.
Oh no.
And then so we're kind of like, but we want to see you be better. We're only saying it because we believe in you. So
Yeah.
like, even with us having this conversation, she was the only person I had in mind when we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Like we just try to, we gotta even be. But it's kind of hard because I want to see you win. I want to see you do better. But then also we just kind of gotta like.
You kind of got to spoon feed it.
Like we can't be bum rushing her at once when it comes
So,
to like suggestions.
Did that make you want to stop helping her at all?
No,
I'm not gonna lie. At first, it did.
Your first reaction
because
was like, well,
because like one time there was like she got mad at us, and we like honestly we went time without talking for a little bit, and it was kind of like bad. And I was like, no, I'm never gonna give her criticism. But then I see her as an artist, and I'm like, I see you're so good. I'm gonna tell you this because I want to see you do better. So I can't help it now. I want you to succeed. I want you to go to the next level. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like when you ask me. This is what I'm gonna say to you. It's always gonna be.
But it wasn't about her music. It was more so just about
execution.
Yeah. Because I mean, she doesn't post nothing about her stuff on social media.
Yeah, like
It's
work
just
your album. She
consistent.
has an amazing album. We want you to just like work it more, do a show, something like that. And like she just
She did not take that well.
She just didn't.
I was like, wow, this went south.
People out there that's so sensitive, you know.
Yeah.
The girls are so used to just being, I'm a hip shooter.
Yeah.
And so they know that.
She be hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And but they have
Artists-
tough skin. You know,
artists
a lot of
are-
people don't have that.
A lot of artists are sensitive, like, because you basically being very vulnerable
Yeah, with your music.
with everything you put out, and in your head, it makes perfect sense. So anybody else that doesn't get it, it feels like you don't get them. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
And any lack of talent or even effort reflects on you think I'm lazy or you think I'm not good enough or you think so. That's where it gets really hard. So that's why some of these things it helps because it's like you're trying to be super clear that, and maybe the advice you're giving is not good for them. Maybe she just needs to hire someone to do it for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's not gonna be the one to be all on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
Another
people
thing
need
that
different
we're
stuff.
good at is that we always point out, I'll tell them at one point in time the girls were really down on themselves about, hitting milestones.
Mm-hmm.
And I will remind them, I said, think about Walgreens. I said, you guys may not know this, but look at the history of Walgreens. Do you know when they got started? And so I think that's my sandwiching right there.
Yeah.
And I will bring up something like we just recently saw Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And there was a guy on there that invented the ring. And the Shark Tank, they shot him down.
Yeah.
A
And
few
now
years
he's
ago,
killing
but
it.
yet it's
Yeah,
still,
they're all over
now
the
he's a shark.
Yeah.
So sometimes people need to know that you're just not perfect. It's just that simple.
Yeah. It's hard because you have to balance really believing in yourself, but you know the people who really believe in themselves and they still suck.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to balance
Yeah.
you got to be able to get feedback because these are the people you are forcing yourself onto.
Yeah.
Like they have to deal with your singing or your whatever or your radio show or your product. They have to deal with it. So you should listen to how they react.
We're like
to
the
it.
audience.
They're the audience, right? So if you get up on stage and you're just like blah 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 blah, and the audience is like, and you just don't care.
Sometimes it's difficult to do it too because people have different tastes. Like sometimes I have this scenario where it'd be like, yo, this person liked what I did. This person thinks it needs something else, and it'd be like, but okay. Or like when I perform live, there'll be some people that I'd be like, yo, that was dope. And then there'd be other people that'd be falling asleep because I had like slower songs.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you just playing the piano. Like,
Yeah.
and they looking for like the hype and all that. So it's just like it's difficult to take that back and forth. I was thinking that. I was like, weren't we there?
That's where we were supposed to be today, actually, for Sean Oliveras. Oh, he's on Burgundy Wheel over there.
Right in the field with my peoples, Trackstarz. And you know what? Get ready for line for line.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com for all the latest. Get yourself some unapologetic merch. If you look on our Instagram, we've been posting a lot of unapologetic gear. It's dope stuff. Zarub has been killing the unapologetic brand.
Sir.
So go pick up some of his hoodies. It's just amazing stuff. So unapologeticmerch.com. And speaking of criticism, line for line time.
It's not part of it, though.
Perfect transition.
And we got Eminem in the studio with us.
Eminem live. Follow them, man. Follow everything they're doing. All right, check it out. So today's line for line is our showdown. Line for line showdown basically is independent artists who contact us, who say, "Yo, I'm ready for line, son. Put me on there. Put me against such and such." And we probably talk to Jason Bordeaux, or you talk to myself, or you talk to Sean Orion, and you go through the system. We sign you up and everything like that. So these are independent artists. We have a few from Nectar, but also some up and coming Christian rappers or rappers who Christian. So we're about to get this bad boy going, and we're going to get it started. First off, the views and opinions of the Trackstarz universe are the views and opinions of the artist, the label, producer, or others. If this offends you and you feel like we shouldn't be doing this, please press stop now. If you feel like we're promoting mainstream artists on Trackstarz, press stop right now. We're trying not to do the same artists over and over. If you're a person who only listens to Christian artists and this ain't your cup of tea, then stop it. There's a topic, noteworthy, dissect with your name on it. Showdown 22 artists are not the Christian version of anybody. It's just a bid, people. It's just a bid. That's all it is. It's a bid. All right, here we go. So we're going to start off with Travis Scott. I got to get to the showdown link real quick. I'm sorry.
Have y'all seen Line for Line?
Oh, y'all mean not explain.
I've seen,
Okay.
I think, the NF Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get how it goes.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, so we're going to start off with now, these are multiple artists. These are mainstream artists, and then these are the Christian artists as well. So here we go. We're going to start off with Travis Scott first. This is called Stop Trying to Be God. Here we go.
Delta and I ship it overnight. Stop trying to be God Almighty. The money never leave your people behind. It's never love no matter what you try. Still can see it coming down your eyes. Cause they did not create commandments. When you hustle, always make it fancy. The signal's far from what you can be. Cause air traffic controls the landing. Yeah.
That was Travis Scott, Stop Trying to Be God. This is Zaire, West Side Mood.
It's on Hollywood, LA. Take it back like yesterday. Made the promise to myself, I'ma get it. No games, me. Got a couple bars on my phone in my pocket. Body in reverse, no, you can't stop it. Plug into my vision, my dream to the socket. Keep it raw like my jeans, you like the number 9 spit. You get it? I keep it day to wait, no heartbreaks. And I'm with the bass, all these beats I slay. I'm blessed, got my harder than King Kong face. So this move like Uzi, cause my credit passed okay. Hurry up, on delay. Don't wait just to hop on the wave. Cruising down the road, my God.
That was Zaire. I hope I'm saying his name right, but West Side Mood versus Travis Scott, Stop Trying to Be God. So,
what you got?
I don't know. Sorry, Misa. You want to go and start off with this one?
I don't know. I gotta let it marinate. I gotta let that one marinate.
I don't know. It's you guys' segment. You guys start off first.
Nope, that's the hot seat. You gotta go. What you got?
I could really see where both of them, especially sonically, where they're similar.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. But that's the first thing, honestly, I got when I heard both of them.
Mm-hmm. Which one you like better?
I like the second one, honestly.
Okay.
Like, just honestly, off a first listen. What's the artist name again?
Zaire.
Zaire. I like that song. What's the name of it?
West Side Mood.
Yeah. I like that one. It kind of like a more of like a bounce to me.
Okay.
I don't know. I was feeling Travis Scott a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I was feeling him a little bit more.
Travis Scott. Let's go around this way, Mama. What you got?
She like nobody.
Okay, let me tell you, she's bad with names.
It don't matter.
Join the group.
One or two.
2. Okay.
What she said,
Guess it's
2.
on me now.
So Zaire was
Zaire.
second. Yeah.
I
Zaire.
got who, however you say his name, the second
Zaire.
one. What you got? Travis.
I got
Zaire. West Side. Oh, you went already, right? So
I'm sorry. Say, you said you got
Travis.
That was 5 right there. Would that be 5?
Do we need somebody else to do this?
Yeah, because I'm like multitasking.
Can you do this for us, Kevin? Yeah. All right, we got the line for line book somewhere. Here we go. There we go.
Normally, Rick Sincere's doing it, or somebody on this one.
Yeah, Mr. Line for line. Rick Sincere's not here. All right, so what I saw was you said Zaire, you said Zaire, you said Travis. I said Zaire, you said Zaire, you said Travis, you said Zaire. So that's Zaire. Let's see. Online, sounds like Travis.
It's Travis online.
Travis.
I am going to say Zaire.
They're saying it's Zaire online. Okay. So you said who?
Zaire.
Okay, so Zaire got that.
All right, so it's 1-0 Christian right now. So we're gonna start off with C.W. Allen. This is called Ecstasy. Here we go.
Feel like I was made for this. Since the beginning of time. Now it's something second nature and look who stepped in his prime. Had to learn how to manage all the things that I heard from well-intentioned people who misusing their words. Same one screaming idle when you chasing your dream. Won't tell a doctor calm down in this residency. But I go. God charted out the blueprint. I know. This word fresher than.
That was C.W. Allen, Ecstasy. This is the closest thing I found for this song. Wale, 3 days, 3 hours. Here we go.
It's 4:30 in Eastern time where I'm at, shawty. In the AM, I'm saying, no, where you at, shawty? I'm happy without you, but got my doubts, shawty. Like if my currency dry up, would you be out thirsty? Would your mind want me? Like your soul want me? When I go on you, I drown for quarter centuries. You a whole globe, you a whole earth. And I'm a troubled millionaire that fears you know your worth. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, so we ponder things we gon' do.
All right, that was Wale, 3 days, 3 hours versus C.W. Allen, Ecstasy.
Okay, I got the first one. I have a thing for strings, and it sounded like he had strings in the background.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always been a Wale fan. I like that Wale track.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I like that. I like that track.
I don't know. That first one, the first one sonically, it just kind of like grew as his lyrics just like increased, and progressed. It just seems like the background was just getting so heavy with his lyrics.
Like the build up, you mean?
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, I don't have to agree.
No, I'm not. I just still like the Wale track. I've always been a Wale fan. I'm not gonna lie.
CW?
C.W. Allen.
Okay. What you got? CW. All right, so it's on me. I think I'm gonna toss this.
Word?
For some reason, I don't like Wale.
Really?
No
At all?
offense. I just don't like him. I liked his first mixtape.
His first album, you mean?
I thought it was a mixtape. It was like the Seinfeldish one.
Oh, okay. The album about nothing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The
That
Attention
one-
Deficit
That's how
album was
Matrimony
pretty
on it.
decent.
I just don't like how he raps. There's something about it. It just seems off.
Really? And I like the fact that it sounds off.
You like it sounding off?
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah, it just sounds off to me. Like it's like.
It's like lax.
Yeah, lax like it.
Come on,
I
man.
like that
But
though.
let me ask you a question:
It's so
is it because he a
different.
poet? Because like it's almost like he does spoken word.
Yeah, it's
with
like
rap.
poetic.
Yeah.
Sounds like get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point.
What you got? I got a toss. Toss. Wale. All right.
Wale. I got Wale.
What's that?
But CW did his thing.
Yeah, that was dope.
Looks like it's CW online though.
Okay. They only count for one.
Yeah.
So what's it?
So if that's the case, it's tied.
Tied.
No, Wale won online.
Wale won?
Yeah, he won online.
Okay, if that's the case, it's Wale. The round goes to Wale.
Wale.
All right, so it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, 1-1.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start off with the author, Faith and Unity. Here we go.
Be the change I want to see. Be the change he wants from me. Unashamed and unafraid, I'll change the world. Wait and see. With faith, it's all possible.
It is all possible.
With faith, it's all possible.
Anything is possible.
This world calls some bad plays. Man, time out, I'm the audible. Stay focused like a monocle. Through waves of hate, life can be nautical. But Jesus sauntered on the water. I tread on my haters. My faith is unstoppable. Cause I serve the Most High. I do things beyond the bare obstacle.
All right, that was the author, Faith and Unity. This is Big Sean, bigger than me.
You get it even
Bigger Than Me versus the Arthur, Faith and Unity. Who y'all going with?
What you got?
I got Big. I got Big.
I like that beat on that first one.
That was a good beat.
The Author.
I think I'm gonna go Big.
Oh man.
I think I'm gonna go Big Sean.
What you got? Big Sean. And that's a tough one to go against, man. Big Sean is a monster. Now, the first half of Big Sean, I was like,
yeah.
But then when he gets into that,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's hard to beat. I got Big Sean. What you got? Sean. All right, that's Sean.
Forgive me.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think the Author did his thing. I can't even do this no more, man, because now people gonna be like, y'all sandwiching me. We messed up the game.
Right. I know, we didn't set it up for the sandwiches.
Yeah.
We gave away the secret.
We gave the game away, but I think
we love the Author. He's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. He's been here a couple times.
But people know. We tell them, hey, don't sign up for this.
Yeah.
Don't sign up for this.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
Same for play.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell you the truth.
So, but I think Big Sean won. His flow was like, you could tell the difference between, like somebody who's been doing this for a while, or not even doing it for a while, but just somebody who mastered it, versus somebody who's still learning.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
He kind of found like his style niche in a way.
Yeah. So, but Big Sean got that. So it's 2-1 mainstream.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start off with Honesty. This is called No Grave. Here we go.
I won't pump the brakes, you can kill the flesh but can't shake the face. I'ma praise my God in any bang, you could say I'm on my mic. We run our race at a rugged pace with no fear of death, we're no longer slaves. Yeah, I done some things that God forgave, and my debt of sin, it has been erased. So you know I be a rebel, and I'm always staying strapped up with this bass and with this treble. Got paper and pencil to redirect your mental to better focus on Jesus and the glory of his temple.
All right, that was Honesty, No Grave. This is Machine Gun Kelly, Rap Devil.
Let's talk about the fact you actually blackball a rapper that's twice as young as you. Let's call Sway, ask why I can't go up to Shape 45 because of you. Let's ask Interscope how you had Paul Rosenberg trying to shelf me. Still can't cover up the facts. Your last 4 albums as bad as your selfie. Now tell me, what do you stand for? I know you can't stand yourself. Trying to be the old you so bad you stand yourself. Let's leave all the beef in the 50. Please. M, then push a 50. Why you claiming I'ma call Puff when you the one that called Diddy? Facts. Then you went and called Jimmy. Facts. They conference called me in the morning. They told me you mad about.
All right, that was Machine Gun Kelly, Rap Devil versus Honesty and No Grave. Who y'all going with?
What you got?
That one's like a tie for me.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You get one toss up.
Oh, okay, I'll toss that.
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna
up.
toss this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna toss this
it.
one.
Where that joint?
Toss it up. Toss it up.
Give me that baby over.
What you got? Toss up. All right. That one's hard because Honesty's flow pattern is like this, and MGK kind of is more like this. So, but it was closer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought MGK's song was better than that. Wasn't it? When we first heard it, was like, oh snap!
Like something changed.
I think
like
it was
he
fresh
changed it.
when we first heard it.
Now
like,
it's like, oh snap!
I don't know. Something about it wasn't as good as I thought. I liked Honesty's personality on the song a little bit better, even though I do want him to mix it up a little bit more. Flow pattern wise. I think I'm gonna go Honesty. I think I liked his a little better. What you got? Machine Gun. Honesty. What you got?
I would say toss. I use my toss here.
Toss. What's that?
Right now it's 3-1. For Honesty online, it's looking like
MGK
online. So that's 3-2 Honesty.
Honesty got it.
So what's the top? What's the overall
2-2,
score?
right?
Right now we got 2-2. Yeah.
All right, what round is this? That was round 4. All right, we're in round 5. Okay, we'll start off with Nas. This is called Not For Radio. Here we go.
Kemet gods, black Egyptian gods, summoned from heaven, blessed, dressed in only go yard, homie go hard, like Stone and Robert in a stolen car, shoot the ballot box, no voter card, they all are frauds, Senegal's finest, minerals, diamonds. The earth is cursed, but I survived many climates. Calm and thoroughly, they try to Hyman Roth me. John Fitzgerald me, the industry never bought me. Fear will make you reveal who you really are.
That was Nas, Not For Radio. This is Hector Dominguez, Human.
I do this for my people, the ones y'all call illegal. This country is indebted, you a blessing and we need you. I know it seems you need to see through evil when we see you. Don't believe in what they feed you. I know you need to eat too. I'm trying to stay on track. Often feeling lost, feel I lost my self-esteem. Blame it on my train of thought. Y'all will never know the cost. So I'm taxing everyone who ever wrote us off. Brown boys, you're worth more than your work ethic. Don't you know that you a prince? I should have said.
That was Hector Dominguez, Human versus Nas, Not For Radio. Who y'all going with?
I got Dominguez.
I got Human. Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, that was good.
Dominguez. That beat was too slow for Nas. Or something was.
Yeah.
All the songs just sounding different to you, Sean.
Someone right.
Something just not right. It's like doing
Someone right about that. I don't know.
Missing. It's missing.
Was that off the Kanye joint?
Yeah. Nasia.
He didn't do him right, man. Okay. Y'all don't hear the offbeatness of some of these.
No,
supposed to be
I did
good
for
rappers?
Wale. I did.
Nas wasn't on beat the whole time.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
I don't know.
It just felt like he was like waiting on the beat.
Yeah.
Like it was, and the black something. And
Yeah.
It was just like, come on, man.
But he usually doesn't rap like that, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Is that Kanye's fault? Do
Yeah,
you think he swapped the beat on him?
No, I mean, he had 7 strong beats. Honestly, everybody that Kanye did production for beats were better than his stuff on his album.
But Nas, it wasn't good, man.
But Nas had other records too. I could have played, but this one, I don't know. I think he, when he first started off, I think he started off good. But like you said, like he probably had a moment.
I'm just remembering, nasty Nas. Where he would be like, it was flowed better. But I think he does better on the boom back because he needs more hits in the drum than what Kanye gave him. It just sounded, I don't know. Anyway.
So we blame Kanye.
Yeah, I do.
So who did you go? Who did you pick? Hector?
Yeah. What you got?
I got
Hector.
Yeah.
Water.
Hector.
7-2 online.
What's
All
the
right,
score?
We up?
Yeah, we up.
3-2.
All right.
Which one?
3-2.
3-2? All right, man. This is round 6. So, all right, here we go. We could start off with Thomas Iannucci. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start calling him Italian. Like, that's my last name. Okay, this is Il Yanad. Here we go.
Battle me yet, not at least until you cash this reality check. So listen, do you flow to go to show that you're dope on the mic? Or do you flow so your Instagram posts will get likes? Right, that's what I figured. Treat these rappers like guns, man, I'm leaving them triggered. See, I could be the bigger man, but man, I'd rather not. I plan to leave them hot, my stands, they wanna talk. These fans, it make me hot, it's just a perk of the job. Been working so hard, my purpose is the service of job. And I don't mean root, though it does.
That was Thomas Iannucci, Ilyani. I'm saying this wrong. What am I saying? No, I'm saying the name of the song. Yanid. I don't know, but that was Thomas. This is Jay.
I got the Spanish chica, she don't like me to roam, so she calls me Cablon. Plus, says she likes to cook right, so she likes me home. I'm like, un momento, mommy, slow up your tempo. I got this black chick, she don't know how to act. Always talking out her neck, making her fingers snap. She like, listen, jigger man, I don't care if you rap. You better RESPECT me. I got this French chick that love the French kiss. She thinks she's Bo Derek, wear her hair in a twist.
That was Jay-Z, Girls. Thomas Iannucci, Ilyad. Who y'all going with?
It's the same sample, right?
I thought it was. That's why I
That
picked
sounds
it.
similar.
Yeah. And some of y'all use y'all toss-ups.
That's what I'm saying. I hate that I use my toss-ups.
That was the same sample, right?
It had to.
Because that's what I was saying. I was like, this sounds like something.
Yeah.
I like.
I regretted my
Thomas,
toss-up the
though.
moment
Me
I used it.
too. Now I'm regretting it. I like Thomas though. I really liked his song.
Did you like it enough?
I think I'm gonna put my money on Thomas, cause I mean Jay-Z kind of had the same flow that that's a Jay flow. Not that that's his fault.
I'm not gonna lie, Thomas impressed me.
He did.
When I heard it, so I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was impressed.
What you got? Thomas. Okay. Thomas is a beast.
Yeah,
He really is. If you listen to that same song, I think with Honesty and him, he murdered it.
Yeah,
so he's a beast. When you using the same
sandwich,
Subway. When you're using the same sample, it's just hard to not think of the Jay-Z joke.
Yeah.
And this is where it's shown for me is Jay-Z came through a little clearer.
He did.
Vocally, like mixing wise, and
that's what we're gonna use to mix them.
No, I'm serious. I'm being honest. Like, and his flow pattern felt a little more natural on it. If you listen to Thomas Iannucci's stuff, listen to his song with Honesty, and you hear it. He got the same ability.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I would just say Jay-Z on this one. Sorry, bro. What you got? Jay. Toss. You saved it.
Day.
There you go.
You a smart man.
You didn't use it yet?
You the toss-up.
Okay. Y'all budgeting people. What you got?
And I used mine already too. I will say it's hard to go against Jay on this. One, and I don't know if it is maybe nostalgia, but also I'm listening to the beat, but Thomas wrote it better to me.
You think Thomas wrote his beat?
I think Thomas, he killed it, but it's just that's Jay. And that's a classic. Like,
yeah, but wait. You're saying that Thomas sounded better on it.
I think he
but you're
sounded
gonna go
better,
because
but
it's classic.
No. I can't go for it. I got to go for clip for clip. I would say, forget it. I'll go with Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Thomas.
What's that?
That's close.
Ooh.
And yeah, Jay-Z won online.
Ooh. You included them too? Ooh. That's strong. Thomas is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He went by Italian.
Yeah.
But now his name is
Damien says the way the song is pronounced is Il Yinde.
Il Yinde, yeah. Il Yinde. It was him and Joe Allende, I think that is them combined.
Oh, they combined their names.
Yeah,
okay,
so that
gotcha,
for the song.
Okay.
That's dope.
So, but yeah, Thomas Iannucci, shout out to him. He did his thing. I still killed his name, huh?
Yeah.
You could tell me his name 24 times, and I'm still gonna be like.
Yeah, that's our thing. We kill everybody's name.
Yeah, you know, the name kill Hall of Fame. Andy started first, and the other people came through.
All right, man. So what y'all think?
It was fun, man.
These are up and coming guys, you know.
These are good. That was good.
You got any advice for them?
Wait, hold up. It's 3-3. You need around 7.
Oh, word?
I thought we were up.
I thought we was up.
Nah. It's 3-3 now.
Oh, wow. I mean, I got around 7.
I thought we were up.
Me too.
We were, but nah.
You just won a 7.
Yeah, because the first round was Zia. Second round was Wale, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it was Big Sean.
Yeah.
Then it was Honest T.
Yeah.
Then it was Hector.
Yeah. So we
That's
won.
it. Yeah, we won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We could do the 7 if you want it.
If y'all want around 7?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do another one. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Who y'all want to start off first? Mainstream Christian? Who first?
Let's go Christian first.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Trev, Visionary. Here we go.
I got confidence as high as Himalayas. I'm the greatest. It don't matter what the game is, cause a winner, that's what Trey is. Patient leader, waiting game is chaos, craziness, embrace it. Paying my the pain is God, we playing odds like we in Vegas. I got the force with me, I got the swords with me, I got the God flow, he playing chords with me. I got the mental ability, riddle me, really, they feeling me, drilling and killing these beasts that look killing me. Isn't the logical plan for my enemies? I got the Lord with me. Swimming in politics, women and problem kids, limiting the rights of immigrants, limitless talents.
That was Trev, Visionary. This is Kendrick.
Show me something natural like Afro with your pride. Show me something natural. I wanna feel some stretch marks. Then to take you down right on your mama couch in polo sock. Hey, this is way too crazy. Hey, you do not amaze me. Hey, I blew cool from ACA. Oh, but much just page me. Hey, I don't fabricate it. Hey, most of y'all be faking. Hey, I stay modest about it. Hey, she elaborated. Hey, this that great poop on that AV on that TED talk. Hey, watch my soul speak. You let the meds talk. Hey, if I kill it.
That was Kendrick, Humble
Yo.
versus Trev, Visionary.
Oh,
Right
that is
quick.
so funny.
Shout out to Meg Nick. She's getting it. She said, I love what you guys do. Been listening for years. What I notice is a little bias in your votes. But once again, you guys are a blessing to us and are awesome.
We got sandwiched online.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Foot long.
What you got?
No, it's hilarious because he played Trev, and I was like, yo, this is it. I don't care who come up after this. Here come Kendrick. I'm like, oh. No, but...
I got Trav. I like Trav. I thought that was dope. I really liked it. Coming out the gate, that was dope.
He was very clear with his vocals and everything.
I don't like that Kendrick song.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I was like, okay. And the flow he chose on that can't compete with this. If it was any other Kendrick does the rapid more often. I don't get why people. I understand some people like it because he's dissing Big Sean. Some people like it because it sounds like the South and he chose a Southern producer for it. Some people like it because the video.
Right.
Those are all great things.
Yeah.
I just don't think the song is that good. I just don't. I don't get it. Trev killed it.
Yeah.
But I think if he was going up against like DNA or some other Kendrick, Kendrick would have watched him because he's better at the so. I got Trev. What you got? Trev. Wow, I didn't expect that.
Kendrick.
Y'all don't like the Kendrick song?
No,
I mean, I like that song. It's just that song really came out the gate. The Visionary song really came at it for me. I was honestly I was vibing with the minute the second I heard it.
For you to put up against Kendrick, and he held his own. It was good.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like. Please explain. Why did everybody love that song so much?
What, Kendrick's?
Yeah.
The Humble. I think
it's catchy.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Very catchy.
He using scripture. Be humble. Sit down. I'm joking. I think people, you got to understand, like, he comes back from, that album was after
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah. So he's coming off of It's Gonna Be All Right. I Love Myself.
Yeah.
King Kunta. Like, he's coming from all these records, and he's been gone. So his first thing is a dance record. Like, almost you can go at a party and dance to that record. And the song is still, like you're saying, giving out shouts to Big Sean. So he just did his thing. And then the visual.
The video is what.
Yeah.
I love the video.
Yeah.
The video is amazing.
Yeah.
So to me, I think that boosted it. I think the video dropped while the song dropped.
Yeah,
it wasn't like the song was out and then.
Oh, really?
So I think
I believe so.
that really boosted it because that video, there were some techniques in that video that people hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
It was just a cool video. So
who shot that? Y'all remember? Is it Joseph Kahn did that one too?
Did he?
Who? Oh, Dave Myers.
Yeah.
Dave Myers. He's done all Missy stuff in the past. So
That technique
jump,
with the camera was sick.
Yeah.
The one with the where it's like vibrating.
Yeah.
The camera's like doing this.
Yeah.
But the people are
Guy's
still in focus.
heads on fire, right? That was the same video?
Yeah, they killed it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what helped it. But song wise, just hearing it, I just don't get it. It's not that good. Anyway, I think we did pretty good. What was
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was our score?
Originally it was
5 to
4-2.
5-2. Jeez, we murdered
5-2.
it. Yo, our artists are getting better. That's the point of it.
They are.
Yeah.
Is to let them put your hat in the ring and see if you can hang.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is just one focus group. Another one probably
Totally
different. But again, it is some data, right? So if you're an artist and your song didn't get voted for, it's information.
Yeah.
Maybe the person you went up against is not in your same target market.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to focus on a different target market. It's not like, did they choose their people?
They don't. But what I want to do is, from now on, and maybe I don't know if Jason is watching or we could talk about it. When you submit something for Line Showdown, give us 3 artists that you want me to go against.
Okay.
And then I'll find the best matchup for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at
now,
least
if
it's your fault.
That'd be dope.
If you lost.
Or just put me that one artist. Say, yo, I want Wayne. Or I want this person. Or I want that person.
That'll be good.
You know
as
what
long
I
as
mean?
you're okay with losing. I just want you to know, if you send in music.
Or sandwiches.
You got
Or
you
sandwiches.
gonna get a sandwich, or you're just gonna get straight meat. It's just gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana. First of all, thank you guys for coming.
Yes.
Hey, thank you guys for having us.
Eminem
Thank
Radio,
you guys for
hanging
having
out,
us.
holding it down. Anyway.
Go check them out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
We love y'all.
Y'all
Yeah.
welcome back anytime. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let go.
1, 2, 3,
Don't know what average is. I'm cast to be a catalyst, and I'm smashing atoms in half with a black magic fist. You trash and garbage it. Glad bags and shut your mouth and sit down and